were one of the weaker teams to make it here, but with Abyss being in, I think their stonks has just gone through the roof because I firmly believe they were the best Abyss team in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I think both DRX and Team Liquid have incredibly high win rates on this map. Team Liquid have never lost the map, so we're very excited to see what they can do on here and what on this wider map as well, what they can accomplish in terms of those long-range fights.
I think MIBR is another one that we've got to talk about. I think they have only one blemish on their record on Abyss all time. And so,
is this the cope you're trying to sell me? Abyss is what MIBR are going to have to win?
I will just say this. I think there are a lot of people who are sleeping on MIBR, and for good reason. I mean, I think they bombed out of Toronto. They were pretty poor in stage 2, and they kind of
didn't make playoffs.
And they had a little uptick at the end
Hello,
of the
Tox.
season. But I do think Abyss is very strong for them. I think they historically have had success there. And
Hello, guys. Hello, Ali.
Counterpoint.
NW8.
Broke the kill record in a best of 5 on Abyss.
Honestly, the fact that we're getting EDG champs again and Abyss is here again. The script writers are getting a little bit lazy. But Doug, you are. Before this, I was thinking, am I a believer? And now you really convinced me.
That was it. That's all it took.
Am I a believer? I am. Yes.
MIBR playing Abyss is all it took.
100%. 100%.
You didn't. Okay, you must not have watched enough of regular season stage.
I did. You know, I had to stay up till like 3 AM to watch that garbage.
Okay.
So, so don't you come for me. Don't you come for me.
Hello, oh.
But what's also very exciting is we have some players.
Awoni.
Debuts.
Do I like new head? I think on reflection, I think that the Reddit user, there was a Reddit thread, who did a better job of me basically doing what I tried to do yesterday.
First time because of what it means for the future of the sport. I think having new names come in, having a lot of that injection. If you take again, we were just talking about MIBR. A lot of these guys, all 4 of them.
Here, so like the mock-up version here is basically what I was trying to cook up yesterday on MS Paint, where like you put the agents here and then you put the KDA this way, and then everything else goes outwards from that. So I think this is a lot better than this. I think the economy is unfortunately gonna have to just sit on the side somewhere. So like this has to go in the middle. And then I do wonder if the economy could scale up a little bit. At least like it's more important than util, I think. But ultimately this I think we'll end up when if we had this version, we'd end up very quickly realizing that this version was not very good. The only good thing about this version is it allows Sliggy to circle stuff very easily. But I think for the majority of people, even for me sometimes, it's just better to have this. The casters and streamers are going to point out stuff that's interesting about this stuff, and they still can. But for 90% of viewers, they just want to see who's playing what and KDA and stuff. Like, most people don't sit through the entire game either, so it's like, if you're just tuning in like 5 minutes in, you want to see who's playing Sova and then like what score people are on, like this is going to be the best way to do it. In my opinion. No way we're still on this. I mean, I was a graphic designer, so I like to think about this stuff. Hello, Skips. Skips. I'm only watching PRX. No way you're going to talk about PRX weaknesses. I mean, I'm not going to like... I wouldn't say anything that I don't think anyone else wouldn't realize, if that makes sense. And that's because I don't know, like, I am helping them for this event. So, if I wasn't helping them for this event, I would treat them the same as any other team. I'm good though, thank you. I'm just gonna watch the PRX games live, and then I will VOD review every other team. What happened was I helped them for Toronto. Stage 2, I wasn't helping them, and now for champs, I've only done a. I've not. The turnaround time is being quick, so I've only done a couple of days. Take him. I haven't done pick'ems.
telling people like, oh, they're just the team that like runs at you and they play kind of like.
No, I mean like when I say like other people won't notice, I mean like people like Sliggy. Like I'll only say stuff that Sliggy will notice. If I think there's something like that, like maybe people like Sliggy might not even notice, then I'm not gonna say anything, obviously.
And that's what they're coming into this expecting to win it all.
And I do think when you're talking about this outside noise and influence and kind of
Huge PRX fans want to say big thank you for helping. So good, Pico? I don't.
trust Alex to be the guy to do that, but there is something to be said about having the target on your back as opposed to being the one hunting. And for this
My stance on this match is that I think this is going to be a tougher match than people think, and I think that they just need to get through this game. Like they've had to do a lot of stuff recently, and I think that getting through this match means they get like 4 or 5 days to then practice properly. Like I forget how much media these people need to do, man.
But again, definitively for the first time going to a global event, something looks like the best.
Yeah, I mean, he absolutely smashed in the grand final in Pacific. I think he played the Euro on every single map, was completely
Hey, Ken.
round after round. I feel like he is such a skilled player at finding those
15 days? I haven't done 15 days. Hey, Craggy. Hey, I always call you Craggy. How are you? What am I doing? Are you going to Champs? With Jim and stuff? What was I doing? I was checking how many days I've actually worked. How many days have I actually worked? I've done 2.25 days, so I've not done too much for them.
As you can see here, he's now the global KD leader.
What's Oxy doing? Sorry.
No, you didn't watch enough Oxy. Oxy's getting so many kills.
Kidding. I'm actually hella kidding. But
Get him up here.
Shout out to Rooks, who could be number 2 on that graphic, but he's definitely a heavy hitter. Also, I think the
I'm good. I've had this. I don't know if you noticed, I had a cough for a while, so I actually went to the doctor's today, and I have medication to take. So hopefully I get that fixed. Hopefully it means I can sleep nice as well, because I think I've been constantly tired because I can't sleep properly because I have like a sinus problem or something. No. No, I'm talking. It's not drinking honey ginger lemon tea. I did that for like a month, and it's not. I have a virus or something. Like I was hardcore trying to like get rid of it for ages, and then I just gave up because I was like, this ain't working. I can't lie in bed and just drink tea all day. Yeah, I need to take antibiotics. But the other thing is, like, I think I might just have had something longer term anyway. Because, like, ever since I was about 20, I would wake up with blocked noses. And I can't... And I snore now. And I can't sleep easily. So I feel like for 10 years I've just been lacking sleep. So I'm hoping that this might actually fix that as well. Hey, Henrik. I have stuff here. Let's have a look. What did they give me? A nose spray. And amoxicillin. I was told that if I have an allergy to penicillin, go to A&E. Pat's looking big.
Like almost 40+ teams in the world, and we're like here, like top 16 teams. So it's just really a big achievement for us to be here.
Makes you kind of gassy. That's so funny, man. Because I've been gassy anyway with all the amount of shite I've been eating. I weigh so much right now, it's ludicrous. Last night, before going to bed, I was 160 pounds. But that's not reasonable. I'm just getting fat, man. I think I'm gonna just get fat until Christmas, and then New Year I'll trim down a little bit.
Debut here, which of course is gonna be XLG. For them though, the pressure is crazy because as you guys can see on this graphic, and of course I want you to focus on the championship points because the Ascension winners DRG and XLG, they're gonna be
God, they shouldn't.
to see who's gonna remain in VCT for next year.
Critiquing
Whoever
graphics.
wins
Just make
this
this really big.
tournament in
Make these two
Paris
really big.
will get to keep their spot, and the other team will have to fight through Ascension. In the event that both teams get knocked out at the exact same stage because of the championship.
That is kind of funny. So XLG, this is a very important game for XLG.
Entirely new for us.
Yeah, it's absolutely
crazy.
that one of these teams is going to have to fight for it. But XLG, because of
Next year, lock in. I mean, I'm locking in right now. By getting fat and going to the gym, like, that is locking in. It's just it's the fun part of locking in, though.
Went on that huge run, had higher expectations going into Toronto, and then lost to two.
Is XLG good still? I think it's more like.
Bombed out, and since then, it has not been that.
I think
And I think that kind of pressure, that's something.
I think XLG are not expected to do anything, but I think people overestimate like how close it can be still, if that makes sense.
They did play with a sub last time they were at a global event. This time around, they're actually coming in with the guy that they've been playing with during the regular season.
Wear the PRX jersey.
I also think it's important to say that while they're coming as the 4th seed, it's not like they were scraping by on championship points.
When I've done more than 2.25 days, I'll wear the PRX jersey.
Where is that man?
Noman. It's actually they're playing with
There's
Noman.
no man.
There is no man.
Oh, there's the man.
I will say though, I want to just glaze Noman for a second. I freaking love him. I'm so happy that he's getting his shot in tier 1. And for people that are really upset about
Why am I so humble? I'm not humble. I'm not humble.
he brings really similar vibes.
I've actually had some DMs recently from people being annoyed that I'm not humble because I flame their teams. So I don't think I'm humble.
And they are a little bit more shy. They don't want to trash talk. Noman will stand up and do it for them. He does this when he's like bottom fragging. I love it so much, and I think he will 100% make.
I'm not smart enough to get the Odysseys joke. I don't think I know my Greek stuff.
I now love him outside of the game and outside of what he's doing in the server, but I also think he's just one of the most versatile players inside the server.
No problem, Balex. Balex is Alex has been helping XOG, I think.
Hit every single agent in the game like he can.
Yeah, his agent pool is insane. I think a lot of the intangibles into that you were just talking about are also hard to measure. I mean, I guess that's why they're called intangibles, but those are things that make a difference on a
I mean,
run. And so
2.25 days so far. 2.25 days.
Give them a shot here against the heavyweights of PRX.
We don't know map picks yet.
Would be this cat getting out of his seat.
You need a hee hee ha ha vibes, man. You just do. And I think.
Is there anything you helped them improve recently?
Yeah.
I love it.
He's not bringing any man.
I'm not. I'm gonna refrain from saying anything. I think there's quite a lot of things I want to change or fix or suggested to fix, and I don't think they've had time to implement everything.
Even when XLG won that good, like you said on the global stage, he was good.
Yeah, he was still like the player going positive.
Like they've had a lot of. I started this week, and they've had a lot of media this week.
For me, because he's usually playing on the defense side in particular. I think
This CS gets captured by a Cyclops, and he tells the Cyclops his name's No Man. Then he manages to escape in the behind the Cyclops. Well, Christ, like, No Man has blinded me, and all this Cyclops' besties laugh at him. I remember that. I remember learning about that in year 4, maybe. That would have been 7 or 8.
Continue to put him in positions like that where he is often without resources, where he is often without help, and he's asked to
Yeah, the Cyclops. Because doesn't he? Isn't it like the labyrinth? Wait, like isn't it in the middle of the labyrinth? And then like he ties a piece of string to himself, and then like walks in to make sure he can go back. Oh, that's different. Oh, okay. Either way, 8-year-old me thought that was kind of sick. Like I was like, wow, how big brain is that? You tie a string to yourself so you can follow yourself back.
No, I don't think they're listening right
Oh, that's a Minotaur.
I mean, they don't even listen.
Oh yeah, that's true. Fuck.
They're just gonna...
They're all freaks at the end of the day. Minotaurs, Cyclopses.
Raga, however, we're going to talk about him in a second because for now, he spoke to Mika Fabs a little bit earlier.
Hey guys, Mika Fabs here, and I'm here with Raga of
Mika
XLG.
Fabs.
Now, Raga, as the duelist on the XLG squad, and you are now going head-to-head with a team that is notorious for playing...
You know in anime, I think I've watched anime where sometimes in anime they'll put the backpack just slightly too up.
play versus them on the one stage.
That's what Ragar's got going on right now.
So I'm not like someone else, and I can beat them maybe.
Should be exciting. Good luck.
When it comes to the duelist, though, the other players that play his role, it is a really tough competition. I know Ender last time he spoke to you about how he didn't think he was the best. In fact,
he's my
the
humble
opposite.
king. Yeah, I was like, I asked
You
him
can make
tomorrow,
XLG out of just the curves.
in the tournament, and he was like last, and I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I have to prove myself, you know, like he has
Graphic
to,
design is my
do
passion.
that first, and I think Toronto for him was a bit of a mess, and he's going to be coming in now with a lot more to prove himself personally.
I do think even the approach that he had in that conversation was notably different to the one he had with you, where he was like, yeah, I am thankful for the opportunity to play on the stage and to show them that I'm not just another guy. And I do think
I'm now the second one. I'm kidding.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a year 7 backpack. Yeah, that's me. That's.
This might be the most lopsided opening match that we will.
Oh no, 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 no.
Right, like this is there is a massive gap between these two teams, but they do have a little bit of like, we want to show them that we belong.
It's
No.
champs. Anything can happen. Anything can
I think
happen.
PRX have been unreasonably hyped up. I'm counter cursing, bro. Like PRX are good, but come on.
And the results are in.
Come on.
63% of you said that Pacific will win champs. Honestly, I was one of the.
Can't really hear the AD. Oh, he said that it was the most lopsided opening match of like maybe a champs, but
Now, the last time y'all
if it was
won
champs,
the
then
ACN,
maybe, but not.
Who won champs 2024 again?
I don't remember.
Who was it?
I don't know. Do
Who
you
was it?
recall? I don't
Yeah,
recall.
that's what I thought. So 3% I think is really low.
You're saying that, and you voted
Yeah.
for Pacific.
I
It
did.
makes sense because they
Freaking
won kickoff
Mark
stage.
Phillips
Masters won
instigating from the other side of the desk. What is
Crazy.
this?
Crazy.
But let's take a look at the predictions.
Why
as well.
didn't you predict XLG, Insu?
Because I was looking at the global power ranking powered by AWS, and I was like, oh, this is telling me PaperX has a better chance.
Yeah, to clarify, in the top left next to Achilleos, our prediction king, GPR global power ranking, this will basically just put whoever is higher in that global power ranking will predict them through. So because PaperX is rated higher than XLG,
GPR.
and Sentinels over Giant X also going to get locked in there.
Gupper.
So we have to get a battle against the power ranking.
Are you surprised?
The issue is that they should also add a flip a coin option.
Decided to betray Sen?
He's not from Americas anymore. Yeah.
They should have a flip a coin option, and I bet it beats
No,
everyone
I think
anyway.
let him talk. Now
I
you
don't know.
mentioned it.
Like the GPR is going to come out looking the best, but it's only because it's not
But, yeah,
stupid
is
like
it
us.
really that
The
stupid?
coin will win.
Because the first match, you know, as you said, Sen XLG, PaperX XLG pretty. PaperX.
Where's the
Sen
PaperX jersey?
Overwhelming favorite for the second one.
Do I?
I don't think to the same degree. No, I think that match is.
The problem is now I got a shout. I can't
And
hear
I think, again,
myself.
Like Christy was saying, we're talking about Masters 2 winners versus the number 4 seed out of China. That it just feels like a massive gap. But between those two teams in the second match, I think. It was
How do I make it loud for you but not loud for me?
Oh,
I'm a believer.
oh wait.
Is there a
you
way?
think They should have been higher. See?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
when
mean-
you say fluke, it makes it sound like they should have been lower.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But
I would
mean,
never.
I think people agree with that. I think it's just.
Yo, anyone else get banned from the official Valorant stream? What the fuck did you say to get banned, you
That's the
idiot?
second game. Our teams have fought tooth and nail to make it all the way to champions. And for PaperX, XLG, GX, and Sentinels, today is where their run will begin. What happens here could make or break their chances for a title. So please join me
There we
and
go.
kick off day
I'm wearing the
one
PaperX
of
jersey.
Paris.
Hello, Sarant. It's fucking loud, man. I don't know how we're gonna balance this. Do I have a volume side of the headset? Yeah, I do, but doesn't this affect it for you too? Like, doesn't this affect the volume for you? Oh, really? Am I that stupid? I am that stupid? That's crazy. Bro, that's all it. I've been doing that for ages, thinking that I couldn't do it that way. Wait. Tumer Emirah.
At the beginning,
I didn't win it, Rio.
I was just playing in the shadows. I had a tough time with my career. was already planning to go to the real life, working as a lawyer. Then I found Valorant, and everything changed. Through all the dark times, you just keep chasing this.
I mean, Poster was literally a fucking bum. Jobless bum. I want to hear his story.
And was eager to continue.
Valorant reminded me of why I was chasing my dream. I think that's the beauty of the game.
I've lost.
It's not really French cinema. It's just the love of Paris kind of vibe.
Defeat after defeat. Loss after loss. Now it's our time.
Parfois,
Parfois.
on tue par amour.
Pour à moi. Oh my god, it's the art critique. I'm gonna appear right now like a pretentious snob. Oh la la.
Pain.
Benji Paney.
The ache of
Oh god. I sorry, it's supposed to be like a real moment, but they can't take it seriously with the jet updrafted in the fucking 1500 painting. That's not, you can't.
revenge.
I like the French rap. That's my boy.
L'amour. Il a bâti des royaumes, puis les a réduits à néant. La passion brûle comme le feu, sans discernement, sans pitié.
2024, my world champion brothers left me. I had nothing left. I felt empty. I didn't know where I belonged anymore. G2 was waiting for me at the doors. And now that I'm back, I'm ready to show who the real world champ was.
Le temps passe, j'encaisse les fonds pour les mini-mi. Je donne l'inspi pour many men. Donc on continue le taf, on élimine. Ça paraît grand jeu, un coup de fiche, je les minimise, on vise et on fait les mises. Je travaille comme deux, toujours en eau, je rentabilise, je pèse, je me stabilise. Le temps passe, le temps passe.
Chaque pas que nous faisons,
Le temps passe, le temps passe.
chaque instant que nous portons,
Le temps passe, j'encaisse. Le temps passe.
charge notre balle la plus meurtrière. Mais ces échos ne résonnent pas que dans les ruines. L'amour s'épanouit dans les recommencements.
Yeah, I'd love to win a trophy with you. Because we're old. And normally, like, it's the youngsters that, like, dominate the game. But it's nice to see that you've proven that you've still got it. We've had
The
a few
bait
years
is
ago,
mad.
and it's
They baited their
nice
way
for
into
those
the
players that
fucking
have got
champs
to
thing.
Get back to the top.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy we could start our journey again. You're a fun teammate.
Thank you, man.
Probably one of my most fun teammates, but don't be telling the other boys that because Alfie will be getting jealous.
Il fait d'étrangers des frères.
결국 왔네. 사실 이전의 챔피언스들이랑 좀 다른 느낌이긴 해. 진짜 힘겹게 왔지. 처음에 챔스 진출했을 때는 솔직히 내가 여기에 있을 정도인가라는 생각이 들었어. 널 보면은 내 옛날 생각이 나. 너가 첫 챔피언스기도 하고 너한테 부담이 될 수 있겠지만 너가 DRX 미래거든.
Il unit une seule braise en une flamme partagée. Un rêve partagé.
你哥对你自豪吗？
那肯定啊。他现在逢人都会说他弟弟是个世界冠军，他会很开心。
我觉得这东西如果今天能赢下来的话，都不是我们莫潮了。我觉得就是有潜力了，是吧？不是，我是觉得哥几个就要算就算大的。
Quand ce lien prend racine, il défie l'impossible.
Les 16 meilleures équipes du monde se sont réunies ici à Paris. Le désir brûlant d'être les meilleurs.
Il se propage. Il endure.
Parce que l'amour de Valorant nous rassemble tous.
Il se bat.
To be the best, you have to sacrifice everything you have. You can never think about going back.
I've done it.
I like EDG's New Jersey, I think. That song's kind of cool.
XLG wanted an opportunity to prove themselves on the global stage. Who better
They always do.
to answer to
This is
that
so
challenge?
underwhelming
Of
compared to
course,
last year.
the winners
Really?
of our last and most recent
Champs is always
Masters.
smaller at the first point of champs, and then the top 4 it gets big.
Paris, and surely this is Paper X's to lose.
Of course, I mean, coming off the back of that Masters Toronto win, every single team coming into this tournament has been looking at PaperX, has been looking at
XLG
figuring out a
picked
way to take
Bind.
them down, and now we've got those
Wait,
vetoes
hold
coming
on.
in.
Hold on, Doug. It's XLG that choose Dakota Bind.
Yeah, I think they are just really confident in the waylay that they've been running, that they introduced last time against, against an undefeated PaperX Combined. I'm inclined to agree with you. Also, real quick, looking further down the road, Sunset means Sage, means buffs as well.
Yeah, it definitely does. But I do want to focus in on this bind for just a minute because it is very interesting. XLG had not played bind at all in stage 2 up until the playoffs against DRG. It was a map they picked, debuted. They're playing this funky comp like you mentioned with the waylay in it for Rarga, and it was the map they won against DRG. So it's certainly a choice to start things off here, but they're trying to sort of come in with something a little bit different against PRX.
And I think a lot of it is bringing good against good. They're obviously confident in it. They're not shying away from, again, like you mentioned, Christy, all of PaperX's maps are going to be good, right? They're one of the best teams in the world. They dominate their region domestically, but also, you know you're going into the Lion's Den. You know you're going into an undefeated map for PaperX, and you think this is your most confident hit. They have to deliver here.
I am also curious for XLG.
I don't know.
They banned the Lotus.
He's back.
Actually lost on in stage 2. And this is a map where they play a crazy triple Sentinel composition. And I'm wondering if they're just done with Lotus in its entirety, or if it's specifically they don't want to run that more passive setup up against the behemoths that are PaperX.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If XRG run that triple Sentinel versus PaperX, they just insta lose.
I know Mini, was helping out with PaperX as well. If you want to prepare for a map veto like this, there is no way in hell you thought XLG were going to pick Bind. There is zero chance.
No chance. And even if you did, you only have one map of tape to go off of, and that was a month ago.
I mean, I think that sometimes that is how you beat the Titans like PaperX. You have to take a risk. You have to be ballsy in situations like this. But, Endo, put your coach's hat on for a second. How?
It's on. I've donned it.
How on earth? Now they picked it. How do they beat
Oh.
PRX unbind?
That's a great question.
How do they do it?
Ultimately, I think that
I don't know if I want to say what I was about to say.
be on the defensive side of things up against PRX.
I haven't watched PRX play bind in an official since Toronto.
With one another, and you
So this is actually still quite fresh for me.
to hold against a team that is going to be so explosive.
Thank you, my Perium. Any Perium?
Yes, live agent select, of course. So PRX is still
So
hovering.
I'm gonna be almost reacting in the moment to some of the stuff.
Nothing too surprising except for the fact that we
Their bind looks good, yeah.
and they're just gonna bin it instantly.
I don't know.
Yeah, Doma. I think that's what most people think, but I think
to be very candid with you guys, I don't necessarily
with the amount of media and stuff PRX have had to do, and like they had to do the Korea stuff, like I think this, if they can get through this game,
I'm gonna be honest though, I don't care. I think Raze is a better agent, and I do really like being able to combo the Gecko and the Sky. I think Gecko being able to put down.
if they can just get through this game, I think they're safe.
Fight PRX on site. PRX, if you watch Sideshow's video, you know they're a team that flood into site when a player heavily against that, and I think having the benefit of not having to force someone to be a plant bot is gonna be nice.
Yeah, it just surprises me for me because Raga, you don't normally associate with him with playing a lot of raids. It's everything else, you know, other than that. But
Thank you, Myrelia. Myrelia?
So
Appreciate the sub.
to introduce our casters, show some
Am I
Mitchman and Tombiz.
Thank you very much, Yinsu.
I like his
Valorant
jacket.
Champions live from Paris, and what a game to kick us off,
like a
Tom. PRX
biker
versus
jacket.
XLG. It's fair to say there are some expectations when it comes to this matchup.
Yeah, it turns out when you have a team that won the last international event facing off against a team who's never won a map at an international event, it puts it down to a fairly one-sided looking affair.
Oh no, they've all built it up, man. They've all done a very good job of building it up.
At times a little bit sad to maybe not see the waylay. That was what made them a little bit different. But I like the Raze. I think it's a better choice overall on this map.
See if I can actually do it off this screen. So what is it? Shift? No, I need to do the binds. I'll do the binds next time.
We heard it in the interview. He wants to show
Control Shift 1 is not a good bind.
To battle out with the best, able to take down PRX, and he is happy to just play on a stage.
Full B long.
I think he wants a little bit more than that. Show that he can.
There's a better version of this that they could do.
Expectations are clear, as we said. This should be a series that they are winning. We'll see whether XLG can put a bump in the road early as doors be long.
I mean, it's good prep. It's unlucky. Oh, thank you, Araga.
They're not expecting 4 players there. Why would you? And now it's down to a 2v2.
Yeah, clearly having a good read initially, but
I think Alex did a good job there.
XLG have come out of it all right. A little bit wary of the positioning of the
Oh,
players.
shit.
Make sure they can get that spike back without too much of a problem. Now, there's been some aggression out from Devi as well towards that A site, just to make sure that they haven't rotated in. And Happy Way now winning the battle, puts it down to just Devi, and a good chance for an afterplant.
Yeah, he's taking the TP as well, so they've got the info before the plant goes down, can reposition, go for backside, and they're nice and safe, tucked away. The drop down will be heard when Devi eventually goes for it, dropping the wall, and that's the round gone with it. XLG start this out with a win.
Yeah, a solid start from that. As said, it was mentioned by Ender just moments ago, the way that they have this sort of aggressive style on the PRX side that tries to disrupt you from getting the plant to begin with. So that early fight towards B-Long looked to do just that. But the fact is XLG managed to sort of hold on to their position. And then even find those isolated battles to bring themselves back in. An early pistol and rounds like that, they're going to be worth their weight in gold because, as we said, in terms of who's favorites here, PRX are miles ahead.
Yeah, when those rifles come out, but for now, PRX are left with a sheriff and a ghost.
I'm not gonna go. I might do Doma.
They have a reason to play like this. They've only got 1 pistol brought into this, and a Marshall, I suppose, that you can live or lose it, but 3 rifles in play. They can't afford to lose too many, and already seeing that PRX are willing to do this like 4-man early hold on B-Long, you have to be wary of another trap play, and that could do damage.
There's like there's 2 options I have right now for Gunner Champs, and we need to figure it out.
Scope out some potential aggressive spots. but with both pieces of that wingman utility already down, I think PRX can now make the read like, okay, no one's come to retrieve that.
It's weird.
We should start pressuring this side of the map, and the timing, oh, it's not going to work out. Luckily, Coconut looks back at the last second. Well,
shit.
he gets an upgrade, he does not.
Oh, he still got damage.
This is getting a little dangerous. One player down, another low. Jing's able to escape as well. You're still in this 3v4.
They're going back, though.
Happyway's got a lot of control. Expectation of this round is that XLG will be the ones taking it. My question is how much damage can be done.
I'm a tiny bit worried.
Already looking like an easy pickup if they can get that one-on-one. But first, they've got to get past Happyway. Oh, what a shot! No danger from Forsaken anymore.
Luckily, versus the pistol, you'll
There
sometimes
was
get
the
that second bite
cam.
of the cherry.
You want to enlarge my
Cam
cam?
on the wrong side of the map, but it may come down to just wanting to make sure they don't give too many orbs over to the other side.
Give you a
See
tiny
Noman
bit more.
already getting fairly close to having his ultimate if a kill or two.
They want to
actually
clip
goes
farm me?
his way.
Okay, never mind.
You don't want the Seekers online. As they're going to get in your face. They're going to take map control. Seekers ruins that completely, so I think it will just be death to the spike. And that will mean that those 4 guns are kept through into the next round. Although the Marshal...
Am I above the UI? I am, yeah.
Batman is trying to secure them, but that GP is going to be taken.
Okie dokie.
Far away.
Does he go in?
He's going through, and there's one. A little more would have been beautiful. Yeah, it's only going to be the Marshal removed in the end. XLG, a comfortable 2-0 start.
It's not bad. I think...
I like the graphics.
The rifle. I think this was the timing. I was so ridiculously close to potentially just having the full force of PRX swinging in onto them. Of course, for either side, like we've seen some strong results. Obviously for PRX, I think it's over the last few months, they're 5-0 on this map. So it is a very bold call to pick into this as a choice. Although a dominant victory for XLG versus DRG maybe is the reason. They were stellar on their defensive side. But then again, we didn't get to see much of the attack.
Round 3, few upgrades over on XLG. They brought another rifle through. They've got a Bucky.
I was about to say, is the Bucky the upgrade?
And you know, you see, no, the other rifle, the 4th rifle is, to be clear, that the Bucky is an interesting choice. On defense, you can see there's so many areas that you can use shotguns in, whether it be Lamps or Hookah. We've seen rounds won because of Judges, Buckies, or even Shorties. Yeah. But on attack, it's a little bit harder to find space to use that.
Well, yeah, it's currently using the Sheriff as a primary weapon and the Bucky is the backup. Maybe if they can get into some sort of post farm where he has his utility available, but they're just looking to put a little bit of pressure back towards long. Prowler will be used by Patman.
Fuck.
Again, it seems like XLG's planning for the most of this is to try and sell a ruse on either side, and it's worked. They've kept 3 players over on A. They've put smokes in on that side of the map. It's whether or not the rest of the team now rotate in towards A, and whether or not PRX get back in time. They were halfway to the B side.
Of course, after losing all that B-long control and a player, now the rotates come back through, players flood the site, and PRX are here on time. They're ready for the battle, but the smokes are blocking them out as the plant goes down. Undeniable. Something, though, has managed to find 2. That should be mostly, if not all, through the smokes.
Okay.
From Jing, but they're holding on. They still have a chance.
Thank you, Anonymous Gifter. Welcome, Neko Kex.
The flash blinds the first. Happyway good on the swing, but they know exactly.
Yeah, there's stuff to fix. There's some stuff to fix.
With regen shields on Jing. PRX are still going to find the round. Pretty costly, though, all in all.
Yeah, I don't mind the idea. Like, it's almost sold as a double fake. Like, you get that early kill after putting all your smokes in. It's an attempted ruse, and then you teleport back at the last second. I think the only actual problem, or the real spanner in the works, was Forsaken.
I'm trying to think, because I can't say any of the stuff I want to say.
No other angle, even though you can see that PRX were diligent in checking those positions.
They're not. There's some things they need to do differently.
I do wonder if maybe that could have gone through a little bit sooner, but nonetheless, it's still going to be another purchase.
Okay, push out Hooker. I like this as a reaction to the ult, right? Hopefully.
And now there are some weaknesses on the side of PRX.
Okay, this is nice. This is lovely. No, no, guys, come on. Your PRX. No. Okay. The ADS, weird.
They haven't got control of the play. Back through to take that space. Now look for this deep fight.
Raga's on a good angle though.
Flash popped. Here. He's able to already find
Can't see the fucking screen, man. Okay.
They're looking phenomenal. Rifles in their hand, barely a scratch, and indeed a flawless round for XLG, the underdogs, but it doesn't look like it.
No, that was really, really clean from them. I think they almost lose Raga on the way in initially, but other than that,
Yeah.
successful in taking those fights together, not allowing the sort of pressure of those sort of
Micro mistakes here. Jason and Devi shouldn't be peeking this. Should be waiting. It's hard because it's PRX, but like realistically, when you have the flank coming in, right? Like you wanna start cooking the pressure at the same time the flank comes in. But they've just gone in clean deaths, and then so all the distraction means that the flank wants to look up towards lamps, and they just get killed in the back. Like,
no one's gonna question that.
I think what they did was a nice idea. It's just that, God almighty, these the yeah. The plus W gaming sometimes needs to like just wait just a second.
They're a squad that's capable of bouncing back. It certainly can. They've got a like you said, the credits are going to be in tatters. Although also knowing PRX, those are the kind of rounds they win.
Yeah, that's always the issue. I like the fact that we are seeing the early check-in from Alex. I think if there's any coach in the world that I have faith that he can spot the bad tendencies of its team, it is that man. I think there was a thing earlier, how early will he slam the desk? I don't know if we caught one within round 4, but it might have been the case just because of how clean that was. For now, though, after that early check-in, and now looking at XLG. You want to get these early starts. As said, the last time out when they played in Toronto, they didn't manage a map. In fact, they weren't particularly close. The best scoreline they had was a 13-8 defeat to G2. But this is a new tournament with a different player within the roster. No Man, probably one of the few players that has played within the Chinese league and also played Northeast in EMEA. I don't think there's going to be too many of those.
Oh, the blind was so well timed. Forsaken was about to throw a spanner in the works up close with the bookie. The taste of the same medicine XLG tried to feed their opponents just a few rounds ago. But the blind stopped any of that impact from coming through. XLG still sitting on full health, full shields on all players. Spike left back towards the spawn. This early posturing from the team is just about denying that control from PRX, finding the points of the map where they like to play aggressive, which I think by this point it's very clear to see it's B long. And then late on, making the decision on where they go.
But normally they have a look. That's the difference. Every other round they've had one player probing the other side of the map. Now, a TP back to the other
that
side
mosh pit gets Jing, right?
when you don't have any space. So instead
No.
they are walking into the stacked up side. That's where Jing
Oh my god, they... I was about to say it before this round. They honestly win so many thrifties, it's unbelievable. Like, I don't think that I ever... When in Fnatic, like, we would just presume these rounds were lost.
This is really what it's all about. A 4-1 lead looking like
Something about, like I was saying about it before, like, I don't know if Kim's here, but like that whole idea of like, because they're so used to playing in a disadvantaged situations when they're holding defense, it feels like on their ecos they're able to convert way more than the other teams. Because they're just used to having to fight their way out of like bad situations. W replay.
It's definitely a bit of a worrying sign. As I said, what they
With
were doing,
sorry.
especially in their bonus round, they did very well to sort of like keep space on both sides of the map. And I think you see the problem if they don't. Like, they didn't have that information. They went into the sight blind, and that's where some of those superstars can
We're very far away.
For now, at least, they are still in the lead. Claiming those orbs once again. Coconut is getting ever closer to having his thrash for, I believe, the second time already in this map.
His gun is sticking out, I think.
Round 6, a minute left on the clock. It's XLG's time to decide where they go. Big TP comes through. Still players around here, and a deep play has already come through from Forsaken. He's looking the wrong way.
God.
Gets flanked on, but not before he can take down Happyway. Giving them a chance still as they push forward. The show's
No. Ah, so lucky.
A connection that puts the advantage in their favor.
I like XLG's game plan.
And a 2 versus 3 with the old pop by something. He's finding these players at least one spotted already.
I think we got very unlucky though, I'll be honest.
Given Devi the information. Devi knows there's a player around one of these corners and they'll fight this together, but Rarga goes back. And XLG just need to buy time.
Got plenty of positions that need to be cleared. Devi needs to win this fight. They're going to have a chance. Rarga instant on the trigger. I think that's the moment that something realizes, okay, 3 players to find. I managed to get the first, but anything more than that, and my operator is at risk.
They're basically, they're basically knowing that.
Victory for XLG, and honestly, after losing a round like they just did, a very good recovery.
Well, that's it. A wise man once said, it's
Thank
not
you,
about
Hershey.
how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep on going. And for XLG, that previous round, that was a lights out connection to the job.
XLG playing very methodically. Stolen Valor, man. So annoying. Like, that guy had the champs, he's got the champs, buddy. That's really bad to be at champs, having the champs skin with the champs, buddy. I think that's really bad. Disqualify him from the tournament. Let PRX win.
That round could have gone very differently, so I think it's something to keep an eye on. XOG are gambling a little bit with some of their rotations in this round. Well, it's much more direct.
Already taken so much space. Lamps pushed back by the nade, but they're going to stand on that corner, ready for the fight. Double
nice,
swing
Cheng.
back in, and it's Jing to take 2. XLG down by 2 men. Spike lost as well. They have got a big fight on their hands, and the Prowler actually didn't re-clear anything that isn't being held already. The flash going through. There's no one following it.
They're not allowed, but people don't notice. They do anyway.
They need to start winning fights and start winning them soon. There's 3 players on this spike. How can they possibly get it back? Fighting through those numbers, and one of the players up close has a judge in hand. This looks like a death sentence if they even try it, but they've got to.
Yeah, they were dreaming.
They're just gonna spit a molly in, and it's gonna get messy here.
Well, Happyway does have the Viper's Pit. Could try and put it into Lamps. It would be a very
Hey, Monster, how are you?
strategy, but it would at least lower the HP of some of the others. Nice Molotov instead will
It's so obvious, man.
They just want to try and cover these players off, and then they put the Molotov in front so nobody could be in position. Jing, though, once again, has managed to catch another, and they have spotted this is not being planted. They know it's going back the other way. This puts him in a position where he could catch them.
It's an awkward angle. It's fine.
Okay. It's a clean shot from something. Last man spotted. 12 seconds on the clock.
Okay, all good, all good.
Seems impossible. Indeed, it will be with so many players here. Happyway has no choice but to save this weapon, and PRX will be taking a 3rd. The gap is closing in on XLG.
So XLG just keep taking part of the map, and then they're just like going slowly. Like, they're not doing the best job at containing pushes, but they're doing a good job of like noticing flanks. Like, PRX are finding the gaps on the map to push out on, but they're getting caught.
The molly into the Viper's Pit, it's not a bad idea. It's just the fact that something was still weighing on the other side. Like, PRX had that contingency plan.
Yeah, I think a walkthrough from Devi as well got them early.
Gecko, they get Brim ult this round off of Orb. Nice. So nice.
And he'll get 2 from it. It didn't see anyone else, but he knows there's corners to hide in. Waiting for his moment in the smoke as another 2 push down. Already having cleared outside of Hookah, and now it's time to make that big swing. In goes Jing, in goes Forsaken, and out goes XLG. Their lead no longer in play. It's a 4-4 scoreline between PRX.
I don't know what skin I like the most for champs. How do you adapt in this disciplined push? What do you mean?
It hasn't yet shattered the economy. That's the one saving grace, but it's also just the manner they're losing some of these rounds. Jing is on fire. Like, you've tried to put Raga in onto the Raze, and don't get me wrong, he's not been bad. But when Jing is currently 11-3, you put down a reveal, and he's able to get 2 kills through the smoke while spotting out those players. It's a scary prospect.
I think that Jing. I was asked like who's the most underrated player.
There are few that can match.
I know it's a weird
First
one, but I do
8
think
rounds,
Jing's
again, we
underrated.
get our second timeout. Both coaches being incredibly proactive.
Like considering, like I know he's already considered like quite a good player, but like I think he's, I think
And XLG know that, hey, we might be playing one of the best teams in the tournament, but you go into that lower
like
bracket,
let's say like a top, let's say like top 10, top 20, etc. Right? Usually when you talk about underrated players, you're gonna be talking about like a player around like the top 20 or 30, and then like going up a little bit. Whereas I think it's like it's more difficult to be a top like 10 or 15 player and go up, if that makes sense. Like the skill is like harder and harder. Whereas I think Jing is like probably considered like a top 20 player when he's like absolutely a top 10 player. Can you increase your in-game sound? I've increased it like a bunch of times. Like can someone like help? Like is it really that, is it that quiet?
We're in a healthy spot. Ults are online for both squads, but this
Do you guys want me to turn it up? Last call.
PRX on a streak.
Going again.
And it's the same play through B. Reveal sees nothing. Flash gets nothing. And now it's all onto the A site.
Yeah, they've got so much information though. They're already starting that flank
It's
second.
good. Okay. Oh, that's a nasty shot.
Pixel shot that takes that one. Molotov over the top as well. Something just sat at the back. He knows that he doesn't need to re-aggress from this point onwards. Viva needs to put up a play. And in fact, it's going to be the orbital strike committed to just try and force them back. That will buy his team not only some space.
What's the point of this Brimo?
Oh, and here we go. The showstopper activated. Jing on a tear has another to work with, and it's Coconut down. The player deep towards the bathroom is Viva, and he is out of the action, but Nomad and Raga making it happen on site. Cap, but Seekers see that no one's on it. Spray almost dropping a few. Look how low the health bars are for XLG, but they are holding on tooth and nail till Nomad's caught with a knife out, and now it's all under Viva. He's got to be quick.
What are they doing, man? Okay, so a bunch of mistakes that I think anyone in the world could point out. So, for some reason, hey, it's the trend. That's kind of a cool. That's kind of cool using the 3 panels. It's like what's it called? The art stuff where you've got like the panel in the middle and then like 2 panels either side. It's the fucking Valorant equivalent of that.
Just the reactions of someone like something, but yeah, just being able to deny that flank long enough, you could see the rest of the team then garner extra space. Otherwise, they were going to be stuck in that corner. And a big clutch to be won.
No, not rule of thirds. Like the famous painting, Flashes of Heavenly Delight or something.
Those ultimates that they had have been
Garden of
expended,
Earthly
and the
Delight.
only one that wasn't expended by PRX.
Where it's in a frame that's like 3. It's in a case of 3. You know what I mean? It's not rule of thirds. It's what's it called?
But now the aggression's coming in elsewhere. Forsaken.
I don't know
He's
what it's
looking
called.
the wrong way again. His timing. It's through no fault of his own. It's just
Yeah, so last round it was like 3 here, 1 here, 1 here. We ult this before like anyone's ready to use it. It's just like silly.
Through that wall, big danger awaits. Jing's the one to draw first blood. And patience on something
Like the timing in which we like flank and then try and like collapse in on each other is like not very good right now. And then they're expecting us to push out on flanks like every time now. We're doing a like, to be honest with you, it looks silly because PRX have died a lot, but like they're doing a very good job of what you probably should be doing. It's just that they got a little bit unlucky at times.
And already clearing out that lamp's position, it leaves just 2.
Oh, that's a shot, man. I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I felt that happen. Yeah.
That is gonna haunt PRX for the rest of this game. Maybe this week, maybe
That's
this
kind of annoying.
2 players not even looking. They're so locked in on the spike.
It's day 1. It's map 1. We can't be having clutches like this already. Like, this is a 1v4. And look at this fight.
That last one. 6-4. Okay, 6-4.
Ridiculous things I've seen. PRX, they win the rounds they shouldn't. They lose the ones they should. Something on the Raga now. PRX are angry. They're getting aggressive, but Viva right back. kills in a row for him now. He's only got 9 in the map.
I think we still win this round, honestly.
Since last round, but XLG 4v3, and it's all thanks to Viva.
Oh, you know, they say the Viva la France. Maybe he's just found his
Yeah,
home.
I think we've won this round. Ah, the timing for parties here is rough.
Anybody who walks into the crosshair of something over the last couple of rounds has ended up dead.
Oh, happy way. He's got
Thank
the
God.
flank. Again, it's the same scenario. The guy from PRX gets one immediately shot in the back. The timing, good and bad, I suppose. Wait up. Back to a 2v2 though, and that op is still lurking around, but on this side of the map, it's only divided.
What a shot from No Man.
No Man's Sky able to take him down. And the op, all that stands for PRX.
He just, Mitch just threw in a No Man's Sky. Isn't that like a reference? Isn't that a game or something?
It's still, you know, something is alive. And he's going with the operator. Knows at least where the opponents on the other side are sitting.
Be so funny if he fooled
Just get
that.
it to half. Honestly, that's not bad. He will have to deal with the Tiger, and they now have to swing this. They have to go looking because he's already managed to get it halfway through.
That's so stupid. He just pop and swinged him with an operator, man.
And he manages to isolate
He just
both
pop and swing with an op.
It makes no sense, Mitch. It makes no sense.
I don't know.
This is not Valorant right now. This ain't Valorant.
Another 4K. This time it's on PRX's side. This swing wide as well. Caught Happy Way off guard. He thought he had the jump on him. And something jumps to his feet. A frustrating loss. What could have been a 7-4 lead, a guaranteed lead at the halftime.
They won a 1v4 the round before. Like, if we're going, balance has been
Bremo.
restored in the
Yeah,
world.
absolutely. Perfectly balanced. As all rounds should be. Back and forth we go, but for PRX, this is where they want to bring it up one more. 6-6 at halftime. 3 pistols that PRX are up against.
Oh, that Bremo is not good.
Advantage to the defenders, but already a lot of space taken by XLG.
A large amount of invested utility. That's most of what they have. Dimensional.
Oh, why are you going out with a fucking judge?
Immediate first kill. The trade again has gone back the other way, but this time the weaponry advantage starting to take control. It's left.
Okay, JJ is fucking owning, man.
But this time only with a pistol, and there is no hope. There should be no hope, and eventually.
Where did I actually put him on my top 10 list in the end?
Even half. And honestly, Mitch,
Did I put him too low?
right. I think it's about right. 6-6 seems fair.
Put him 3.
Not the half I expected to see, Tom.
No.
I did put him 3.
And 5 rounds in, it's not the half I expected to see either, because XLG were
Maybe not
dominating.
even the half I wanted to see. There was some stuff happening
come
there.
on. Come on, I'm here for the 4K Red Bull clutches all day long.
You see the list.
This is a competitive one, and like we said, XLG underdogs, but there's no reason to count them out. PRX, even in rounds where they're underdogs, they show us just how hard you can swing when you're fighting up.
It gets weird after here.
After this half, it's anyone's guess what is going to be going on when we go to half number 2. But I'll tell you what, before we get there, we've got halftime break, and during it, we're going to go over to
Not having Kayak on the list is kind of criminal, but I couldn't put 3 Fnatic players in. Hey! Pro. Look at him. 16 for 6.
Pleasure to welcome you, Pearl, to Champions Paris, following Jing as always. So this is going to be my first question. What makes you follow your son in all his adventures? What are you the most proud of him?
I'm very proud of him, but the real reason why I'm following him is because my son doesn't know how to pack his luggage. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good answer. And you know, you always need your mom's help, you know, for this stuff, even if you're an adult.
I mean, she understood.
Qu'est-ce qui fait que vous venez soutenir votre fils comme ça à l'autre bout du monde? Et bah tout simplement, il ne sait pas faire sa valise. Donc je suis avec lui pour un petit peu toutes ces étapes-là. Second question, we're speaking about Paris, you know, the city of light, the city of love, but also the city of very good food. So have you been able to try any? What do you want to try?
We tried the escargot.
Escargot?
It's really good, and my son's favorite. And also we went to this really good hot chocolate place, Carrette.
Okay.
C-A-R-E-T-T-E. Yeah, it's really fantastic, and we are going back again.
Oh, you're gonna be back again for sure.
He doesn't know when to hit on blackjack. No, but don't. I'm glad you're not there. Fucking. toxicing up the PRX boys.
Voilà, on y retournera, c'est sûr. And let's see now if Jing brings back the victory on this first match. Let's get back to the game.
My vote for like who's the most. You remember yesterday I said Yinsu's a real human. Like Lou seems like a real human, you know. Like, if I was to put a bet on someone being able to just like get on with life outside of esports, I think Lou would be a pretty good choice.
It's been a back and forth game as we get into the Coinbase econ report.
Yeah, no surprise to see Jing is very.
Where do I stand on the spectrum? On that spectrum.
In all honesty, it has been this sort of like who is going to win the round for PRX or on the other
Not
side.
amazing, but not bad.
Definitely leading the way in
Not you're not like
16, 7, 14 and 7.
it's not going as good as Lou, but like you'll be fine. There will be obstacles in the way.
It's going to be difficult to top. I'm sure somebody will at some point, but honestly, madness in this first half.
That's better than the answer you hoped for. I think anyone who's like in the kind of coaching space of like problem solving and being self-reflective, like, is gonna be able to like figure it out. I think not to brag, but I think I'd be okay. I have had to actually. I didn't realize esports existed almost for a little bit as a real thing, so I did almost do some stuff in the real world before esports. When he's playing chess or playing checkers. I mean, being paid like very poorly for a graphic design job wasn't exactly playing chess, I don't think.
There are 3 players ready and waiting on the A site.
But they might have given me a phony award at some point.
They're using the Viper screen to take themselves a lot of additional space.
Oh, the backside crunch.
Jing has already made it round the back line. Nade over the top is going to make this very
Okay, there's fighting.
in position. In fact, not awkward.
I don't even care if we lose the round right now. I'm kind of enjoying this round. Oi, Devi.
But there's a trade to be had.
Yeah, finally it comes through. Something sneaking about. He's gone into the spot.
Honestly,
was none the
beautiful.
wiser. No man.
Beautiful round to watch.
The last one standing. No man to help him but himself. And a big swing to come through from Devi. He's the first to fall.
I'm not going to watch the 3v1 because obviously they don't throw it. Okay, there we go.
Death sentence, he won't escape. PRX 7-6. Pistols 1-1.
Yeah, they've now taken themselves the lead in the game, and we'll be looking to see if there is any sort of response. The amount of space they were able to get just off the back of the Viper screens, maybe not something you'd expect in most rounds. Maybe a little bit of extra utility available in that part of the map, but it did make it quite difficult once that wraparound had already come in through the lamps to have any sort of map control or site control for XLG. A happy wait. He had a Bucky on attack. Now he's got a Bucky on defense, but I'm a little bit happier to see where he's playing with it in this round.
Yeah, perhaps a bit more normal. As we said, whether you're in lamps or hookah, those shotguns can do a lot of damage, and I think there's good reason that PRX are avoiding those closer range engagements straight up through B-Long. Again, this has been, I feel like, the hot spot on the map for this team, but it's not looking too good to start. Luckily, Jing's there to pick up the pieces. Patman down. They lose that fade utility. They lose the ability to see what's behind that wall. Do they decide to still go bursting through as XLG have made the rotate?
What used to happen before when I was streaming with Victoria was I would not watch the game and just talk to Victoria and they would win. And as soon as I'd look at the game, they would lose. So anti-ecos, I'm just looking away. Because they are fucking horrible at anti-ecos. It's not fun to watch them play anti-ecos. But we won because I didn't watch.
I'll take it any day. We've already seen the no-scopes work. But we'll see as we move on to the next. This is where XLG, you know, all those good deeds will be forgotten. If they end up going out.
Is Victoria in Paris? I don't know. I'm gonna message her today. I'll message her today. Honestly, I went to the doctor's at 8 AM. I came back. I went to sleep and I woke up. I've not really put much thought into today.
In so many of the rounds, and it does almost get them first blood. No Man's on half. The nade is...
Bro.
Oh, that's doing a lot of damage. Desperately low. He's in the open.
That's so lucky, man.
I'm surprised he didn't just take the TP, but yeah, clearly don't want to give up that control. Something they're willing to sacrifice his life to battle for, especially when his teammate had full control over Showers already. So it wasn't even a risk, really, going through that TP with the Viper screen available as well. Forsaken, even on low HP, still brawling, though. 45 when he took that fight, but now leaves a couple of opponents tagged up as well.
Yeah, if Viva walks out of this round with a 4K,
I do like the XLG playing the Gecko on this side of the map. It's a bad flash though.
25 up on the shields, at least the regen, keeping him relatively healthy.
My boy Leo wouldn't be throwing that flash.
Already down. Mosh pit to buy a little bit of time, but the plant hadn't even been tapped yet. 35 seconds still.
That's rough.
To play with for PRX.
What are you doing?
He's finding himself a pick. They can go for the TP now. They can wrap back around, but they've already gone in towards the site.
Can Pac-Man escape? They've had to use it. That was the problem. He didn't make it into the TP
That's
in time.
nuts.
Forsaken had hit his timing, but the rest of the team were fairly well committed. Maybe a little bit of a mix-up.
Bro, you gotta run.
What was the plan? And while for Forsaken, his only choice now is to run, grab the spike, and try and plant on the A site. I don't think he has time for that anymore. Too wary of where his opponents are going to be. XLG, just based on, I feel like the havoc that PRX caused themselves, have been able to win the round.
Stolen Valor is mental, yeah. Honestly, I don't want to just call out one person though, but Stolen Valor.
From No Man, considering he was so desperately low, but yeah, you start seeing players fall back, fall forward, it becomes complete chaos.
Oh,
and then
it's like one of the
bullet,
last.
I think it was literally the last bullet from Marga ends up dropping the spike, which could have made it to the TP a little bit earlier. Not singing from the same hymn sheet here in PRX. Will they have fallen apart because of it? Still, that was the quote-unquote bonus round. Now they come in with a Guardian instead of the Bulldog in the previous, but a big
He's gonna hide on the
that is in
smoke.
play is the showstopper, and it's right onto Viva.
This is a cheeky little off angle though from Brog, reloaded in the smoke, and well, doesn't get rewarded for it. Does at least deny the plant for now, but the amount of space is already there. It seems like it's going to be a lot more commitment in this round from PRX.
Again?
Risking the rotate back. They've done well
Again?
to clear out Jing though, and we'll even things up once again.
It's going to be a very late play coming in from something. The wraparound taking quite a while. The steps are going to be heard. He's heard Coconut, but Coconut didn't hear
Oh
him.
no, he's owned it.
It's disastrous. Something's going to be right on them with No Man in the smoke as well. It's a double kill. Something. It looked like he was late to the party, but he ends up winning the round for PRX. That is a great flank from the Yoru.
Some of these, this attack idea they got is very strong.
With just how direct that initial take was, I don't think there was any expectation that somebody would be
It's very
lurking
strong.
on the other side of the map. Like, if they were a little bit quicker, that could have all gone wrong, but instead, and rightly so, they go back and they go, okay, yeah, let's try and take this one slow. Let's use the Thrash to clear out all of these risky positions, and because of it, they get caught, they get bitten.
Happyway is having a terrible time.
Thanks, Sue.
9-7. Unfortunately for XLG, that was...
Should I tell her she got hot mic'd, or do you think she'll know? I don't want to be like the 100th person to tell her.
It's going to spot this out, but this is just a shooting range. Up against no weaponry, and while Happyway, he's going to try and take this fight with a bucket. There's
I'm not going to say anything.
no hope. A flawless round for PRX, and any economy problems are immediately dissipated.
Yeah, of course that was not meant to happen.
Three more needed for PRX if you're having trouble.
I'm very concerned about hot micing, by the way, because I say very horrible things about players when I probably need to chill out. I ain't saying slurs. Don't go there.
Terrifying sign for XLG. They need to bounce back. It's going to be a good time to put in their pause. I see the timer frozen, and indeed it is going to be a pause from XLG. I don't think that takes...
Yinsu gets hot mic so much. It's because she's yapped so much that if anyone's going to get hot mic'd, it's going to be Yinsu. Like, if I get hot mic'd, it's like the 1 in 10 things I say. Well, the 10% of stuff I'm saying, because like I'm taking up less space. But what I do say is just awful.
okay, maybe they had a slip up versus Zeta, but that does feel like a bit of a weird week for PRX in general. Other than that, confident win over T1, and over the last few months have had big victories versus a lot of top teams. So I don't think they're going to be too worried going into that matchup. And on the other side of things, well, XLG got decimated by DRG on that map. So I think that this is, even though this is a very, very good map for PRX and maybe overall a solid sign for XLG, you also have to then consider the rest of the group. Like an informed looking GX, Sentinels. Like I don't think most people would have PRX Sentinels making it out based on previous tournaments. And for XLG, although a loss to PRX is nothing to be ashamed of, it's very similar to what we saw at the prior event where, oh, you lost to G2 and Sen. You didn't do bad though. It's like, well, it doesn't matter.
Well, exactly. As we said, the pain of nearly...
Wait, there's a video of Sassy looking at my tweet about Sideshow. I don't know what he's saying though.
You tell him you're going to lose.
I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak Brazilian.
As long as we put up a fight, but then you tell them you could have won, you were close, you had the
at least in the first half.
Hey, in the first half, absolutely. This could have been a 7 or 8 round half from them, but this is.
Do they clean chairs between games? Yeah, they basically have like, you know. One sec. I have a good reference here.
Light shields. Ult's not really there for the defenders, but for the attackers, they've got all the info. Something's already seen these players on site. Orbital strike comes through. Play inside the smoke. Flashes popped at something, even though it didn't hit. Hit shorty did. We're down to a 3 versus 4. Full control for PRX with Biba down.
I guess they take those.
And XLG have to fight an uphill battle, but the first steps.
I think we've lost this round.
Not bad. Couple of low players as well. The swing, Coconut has managed to bring this round into contention. A 2 versus 4 that,
you know, I can just feel when we've lost the round or not. Like that just felt like we're losing the round.
Coconut puts that into play. There's a chance. Even still, Forsaken and Divine, normally a safe pair of hands. The defenders, they're going to group up. They're going to try and join each other.
Okay.
The swing for Forsaken isolates the battle. It gives Raga a chance once again, and the swing is perfect. 5 HP is all he.
You know when I make those stupid like movements in the coach booth? It's because in moments like that, like I can feel that we're doing a bunch of dumb shit. That like very easily PRX could have won that round out, but like I could see it just happening. There's 4v3s. The anecdote, you know in Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. 2219. Is it 23? Oh, 2319. Like they pretty much like smash through the windows. As soon as players are leaving the stage, like a bunch of people smash through the windows and go and like clean up everything. Like if you notice, like when after map 1, you'll see there's people very quickly trying to like sort everything out on the desks.
Basically keeping them in the map.
They're like there to clean up.
Economy not only wrecked, but also PRX being just a couple away from taking their own map choice.
Like COVID era, it was like very much like 2319. It felt like.
Think about the first half and how much it caused them issues. They can't afford to give this man a fight.
Not at all.
Windows in the Yumi warehouse.
140 in this to 10 HP, and it's pretty much guaranteed pickup for PRX.
They got 3 here. They got flash out ready.
There's the outlaw already spotted with the decoy sent through. Flash finds nothing.
This ult could be massive from.
The danger that's Yoru on his own, ready to gate crash, but now the flash confirms that the big play is coming through. They've taken Jing out of the sky. No man's got 2. The Patman tries his best to pull it back, yet it's left all onto Divide. He's got 3 to take down. The first comes easy, but 25.
He should have ulted before planting if he's going to use
he
ult.
might even have time to get this up after the plant. From where is the question? With the showstopper hunting him down. It looks like he wants to stand his ground. He wants to take the pick, but decides to fall back a little too late.
They've got fucking ults though.
Getting the round on the board in the final stages for XLG, and a 10-9. The signs of life very much there.
Yeah, like doubling up in that corner, it definitely seemed like a gamble. You know that if a player
JJ going
maybe even gets a little bit lucky, it could have been your round over. But I think that's been something that XLG have done great so far in this match, is that surprise factor. They have been so hard to read that even when you have a full bombardment of utility, they're able to come out with an advantage.
I think XLG have a pretty, like, there's a little bit of a worry here that there's things that I'm thinking that XLG are doing.
He's not trying to be the hero, he's not trying to put the team on his back.
As an anti-strat.
Okay, let's buy as much time as possible for my team.
I'm a bit worried if it is the case.
Snake pipe landing on long, denying that control for XLG.
There are some things at Toronto in which I don't think teams did very well against PRX.
Reaction from XLG very early on. They popped the Thrash. They see players inside of Bath, but that Thrash not retrievable, not finding the impact. It's a glorified drone.
Coconut doesn't want to hold it for a retake again. Oh, the nades are going to be exchanged, but it's Devi almost using the distraction of a teammate, and well, 3 players immediately down. We've seen a 1v4.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think Viva is going to give the time of day. And this is what I felt like has been the difference between the two squads, though. It feels like when XLG win a round, it is.
I think there's some stuff that
it is very close. It's maybe a player or two surviving or a clutch round. When PRX win a round, well, as of yet, there's not a point of damage done.
Some stuff that's hard to change.
I know it's kind of bad of you to assume Viva's not winning.
But I'm worried about some of the stuff if it doesn't change.
But I agree with you entirely. In all seriousness, like PRX, like you said, they
fun challenge. Fun challenge.
Taking XLG, it's clutch. It's thriving in the chaos. Back and
You think
forth,
Nipper coming back to VCT next year? They signed Malix in June this year. Who's Malix?
So did he. The smoke buys him a little bit of extra space.
How did coaches even come up for anti-strats on the spot? They don't? What do you mean?
11 to 9. PRX 2 away. XLG 2 behind. It still is
anti-strats are like prepared in the that's what it means, so like you're prepared in the future. Do I watch F1? No. I used to watch, like, so my dad was just super into sports, and so like he would have F1 on a lot when I was a kid, and so like I knew enough about F1. Like but what ended up happening is I get really interested by the first like couple of laps, and then like I don't want to watch 50 more laps. You know what I mean?
If they do go through that pit, having the judge investment,
sure enough to be an F1 driver. I don't think I got the mental brain damage to be an F1 driver though. Not quite enough. You need to be fucking crazy to be an F1 driver.
But yeah, generally speaking, that's just not going to find the value. We have to
Malix is a coach. Oh, okay. Next strength? Yeah, I haven't got that yet.
The other thing will be the assumption of a stack, though.
I wouldn't mind. I could do some like more looks maxing with if I get my neck a bit chunkier. So maybe F1 could make me the man I could become, you know?
45 seconds left.
I like golf too. I did watch golf too. My dad would watch golf. Like I watched Prime Schumacher, you know what I mean? And then Prime Lewis Hamilton. Probably not even Prime Lewis Hamilton, probably just rookie Hamilton, to be honest. In golf, I was obviously watching like Tiger Woods, you know. Like.
I expect a hole in the desk if PRX let this one slip.
I expect a hole in the desk from XLG's coaching staff, though. This feels like an overheat, Tom. You come into this round where you
Prime Mini. My Prime's gone. I went to the driving range the other day, and I was pretty dreadful. Pretty dreadful.
That feels like such a heavy commitment, leaving them with nothing for this buy round.
I guess the look here is that, okay, now we have 2 chances, once with the ultimates and once with the rifles.
I mean, there's a classic.
One chance to all in.
They promoted with a classic. The Vi got blocked.
But I do feel like there's also the thing of like you could have
that pick'ems no.
lose and then you've just given them the other.
I hate doing pick'ems so much, man. I'm such a buzzkill.
Oh, here we go.
That's nice from Raga. Yoru's so strong, man. Oh, never mind, it's not strong.
Now inside the smoke he will fall, but he's given his team a fighting chance. The problem is with that Viper's pit going up, they now have an uphill battle to get anywhere near that spike. That's close. doesn't go back till it's too late for the spam.
Yeah, I think maybe assume that he let go. They're going to know that both players likely confined to this pit. Although Patman has managed to leave. The drop will be known, and it's risky from Divide, but the risk pays off, and now No Man left alone. Pit going to be dropped, and Divide is there to
I'll be honest.
It was a valiant effort by
XLG played pretty well.
Back and forth, but ultimately the job.
I think there's some shit that PRX did that was unlucky. I think that PRX actually played much better on defense than what it looked, but then ultimately they had to win. Did they win? I think they won 2 pistols, right? They won a thrifty, and they won a 4v coconut. They won a 4v1, right, or something?
Dude, actually.
Oh no, they lost that
I
4v1.
can't believe you are playing already our first match.
Reason is we win Japan. We go here. We tire.
They did lose. They did win some stupid clutch.
Yeah, we tire. We start slow, and then after that we rocket up another shoots.
Should I run an ad now? Yeah.
Now that I'm a mom, things are different. Verizon's different too. They let everyone in my family choose different plans. We get what we want.
In Paris now.
Money. Love that for me.
An update is required.
I'm not in Paris.
System updating.
Hello, Minnie. I wanted to ask you what is better, Deadlock or Cypher, or Deadlock and Vice, honestly. I think Deadlock and Vice in general is... I think Vice is a better agent than Cypher, so I would presume Deadlock Vice. I don't like playing the Deadlock that much, that I'm not like... I've not really thought about it, to be honest with you. I've not really thought about it. I think that Deadlock Cypher has specifically more combinations, probably, but I think that Vice is a better agent than Cypher. Obviously, the Cypher means that you can take map control a bit easier on the attack side, though, so... Bro, I'm sorry if you can hear the roadworks. I need to respond to some text, actually. Ed could text me. It's getting bright, man. Summary of Bind. XLG came in with a very good, well, I can go round by round. So pistol round, PRX seemed to have a good anti-strat to XLG. They stacked 4B long, but ultimately XLG won at gunfights. When it went into the early rounds of attack, XLG seemed to have a good game plan of taking a lot of map control slowly, and PRX didn't really have the best info, but then PRX were doing fairly decent push-outs in the gaps in which XLG left open. But XLG were doing a good job of watching flanks and shutting down any aggression PaperX went for. I do think that PaperX got a little bit unlucky in some of those early rounds. And then going forward, it felt like a bit of a slugfest in which PaperX won some rounds they shouldn't have won, and XLG won some rounds they shouldn't have won. Flipping onto attack, PaperX just overwhelmed XLG with their hits. Like, XLG just can't. Like, when PaperX are just going together, like, there's very few teams in the world that can stop them, and XLG couldn't stop them.
Map win of Champions Paris. That was a bit closer than many expected, though. So what do you think it was? Was it PRX with a bit of a slow start, or was it XLG doing something that surprised all of you?
I mean, first of all, I think XLG is a very good team. You know, they champions of Stage 1 China. They have the MVP in their team. Aside from that, I think both teams are a little bit nervous. So you could see like the games were. I mean, everyone was trying to take their time and relaxing a little bit, trying not to make mistakes. So I believe that now that everyone's warmed up, I think the second game will be a banger.
Oh, that's a teaser. Well, good luck to you guys.
PaperX, they take map 1 here, but they did have to work for it, Ender and Doug. It wasn't easy by any means. So if we take a look at the HyperX reflex moment here from Viva, this was ridiculous.
This was absolutely insane. So No Man gets cleared down short. And then look at these shots from Viva. So quick on the adjustments. It's like one shot miss, instant reset.
So, you know, like,
miss, instant
so like
headshot.
for like these moments, like Kim might be here, but like we've always got to find like a clip from the day or the next couple of days to like put as like the sponsored moment. The gang here is probably so happy that this happened map 1. They don't have to think about it anymore. They're just like, we've got the moment, we've done it. Locked in.
In their hand, a little like trick to try to make their attack side a little bit more.
What do I do with my 100k channel points? What does mini go flame mean? It means that you get to choose. I think it's like you get to choose a team, and then I flame them.
Yeah, it was. If we take a look at the post farm, we can tell they've given us a reason to believe why they picked Vine.
I think the last one I did was actually not bad.
XLG really locked in the post plants, and we're very aware of the flanks. You heard Alex talking about it. I think PRX were going way too often for walk-ups and going for flanks, and the crowd here is going wild for the flanks, it sounds like. But honestly, I think XLG held their ground really nicely, and specifically Viva and No Man's Sky. You know, great game, great player, absolutely popping off in these late rounds.
And again, I think it was, they understood their game plan was utility dump onto the site, get out there. And once you get there, once you get into a post plant, they've got PaperX figured out a little bit, but they also knew what their protocol was.
I even love the creativity of like Viva realizing 3 people are on the flank. He drops the Brimald, right? Just to delay, and he ends up going down, but you still see those moments where I think XLG did a very good job of adjusting to the chaotic style that PRX were bringing.
They did, definitely.
I think Ender did a good job mentioning the flanks and talking about that stuff. I disagree that they went for them too often. I think that's like results-based analysis to some degree. But I think it was good analysis.
There's a world where, like, without something just dominating like 3 rounds in the first half and solo winning them, like XLG could have been up 8 or 9 at the half, but it's brought down to 6 and 6 because the great work out of something, and him and Jing just crushed.
Is PaperX comp difficult to XXB if you don't have ults to go with? No.
It probably gets away from them in the first half. And
Their
then,
comp can go B.
Talking about an interview, they needed to calm down a little bit. They were kind of over-swinging. They were a little bit too up. But if not for something's heroics, we're talking about an entirely different half and potentially an entirely different
It's easier to go B with Gecko Fade, I guess.
I love to see it. I would also love to hear what Havoya had to say, of course, standing by with Mika Faz ahead of map 2.
I'm here right now with Havoya of XLG. Now, that was a very tough first map. I wanted to ask about the bind pick because this is one of PaperX's strongest maps. It's also a strong map for XLG, but I was just curious on your thoughts on picking that map, and was it because you felt like the ban on Lotus was more important for PaperX?
I think first of all, PaperX feel themselves better on Lotus, but also we feel fine on bind.
it was just like tough series for us, and I mean the map, and we dropped some ecos.
The comp with Gecko is
Also,
terrible.
we didn't manage to win second
I mean, I
pistol.
disagree.
I think if we could step up a little bit earlier, I think it could be our map. So it is what it is. Let's move on to the second map.
Right, well, hopefully they step up a bit.
I don't think there's many teams in the world that play Gecko very well, though, so...
What are their chances on Sunset? If on Bind, you guys weren't super sure why they chose this, does it get better on Sunset for XLG?
No.
I think it is
we were
actually
a little bit
deceptively
surprised
hard
with
to run.
The bind coming through, but it was sort of a secret weapon map for them in the playoffs for the team. So I think bind was almost a must-win.
I don't recognize this
series
host,
with it
actually.
being
Never
PRX's
seen this
choice
host
here.
before.
Which is almost unfair to ask, given that you're going against an undefeated PaperX on Bind, but I'm inclined to agree with you. It did feel like a must-win, and as we turn our attention over to Sunset, again, there's going to be a Sage. We're going to see that for the first time on the global stage, for sure, the buffed stage and kind of how that changes playstyle.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's less of a major change to the playstyle. It gives you a lot more ability to like react, put down a wall from a further range as you're rotating in or something like this to put it down. But I think for XLG, what they will have been focusing on in a lot of the prep work, coming in knowing that high chance that Sunset is going to be coming through in the map here, is when they're working against PRX's defense. PRX puts up so much of a fight into the mains, A main, B main, and I think that XLG need to be very snappy at punching these.
Mini, are you working with the PaperX places for now? Yeah.
In your comp to take down those angles is a good spot.
Oh, it's no more. Noman's not playing Deadlock anymore. It's gonna be Noman, Neon, and Raga Yoru. I really like this.
I do too.
I like it a lot.
I'm completely on board with this. I think you have so many different fighting tools. Again, to punish PaperX overextending, and again, you call it overextending, but they are often dominating on those forward lines. I think also with the way that Noman was dominating back on Bind, you can
Hobnob's
ask
an
for a
S tier,
better
man.
guy to be stepping into that second duelist role for the team here on Sunset.
I think this might be his 7th or 8th.
If I was to like recommend something for like people to try like British like
You're right.
snaps,
I do think so. When I saw
chocolate
the change
hobnobs have got to
from,
be an S tier
way later Ace, I
decision.
thought, okay, they're going to want to fight it out with PaperX, and I think we saw a lot of that in the first half. I think this follows
Hey,
that
go.
same line of
Thank you
thinking.
very much.
They're going to want to duke it out with PaperX, and that's a hard thing to do. They did it in the first half, kind of fell apart in the second half. I'm hesitant to see this on Sunset.
Yeah, and if that map was
Like whatever person in the hobnob factory said like, we've got hobnobs, how can we make them better? And then someone just went, let's put chocolate on them.
But there is a switch up on the side of the comms.
They really cooked.
XLG, so maybe that's throwing another spanner in the works for them. I don't know how you guys feel, but I would love to hear what Mitchman and Tombiz
Hobnob is it's a biscuit.
Well, Tom, how's that?
It's like an OT biscuit.
I don't know. I feel like being a little bit more.
But they
boisterous could be
you can
nice. I think
taste the
Noman
butter
definitely had a
basically.
few
Like they're
moments
so
individually.
nice. You can taste the butter.
I do fear that trying to almost beat PaperX with
But like they just put
firepower
chocolate on them, and it's nasty how good they are.
might not work. I think it's a bold play.
It's kind of nasty.
Because I feel like he had a pretty poor first map, and he's someone that
It is Hobnob. It is a funny name, yeah.
as one of their best players individually. He's
Mm.
now a pivotal.
Oh, they're so good. They're like I've eaten them all. Like I've just eaten them all.
Without a doubt, as you said as well, looking at Neon, it will be point of contact. No Man's
Look at
Sky
the
was
defense.
stellar when it came to that first map.
Look at them already.
PaperX, they didn't get the memo. They think they're still on the attack side. They pushed through mid with 3, full control, 4 in fact. You count the player towards the door of Patman, who will be safeguarding.
What's a tea
Marcus.
dipper?
But this is all about the flank game, and there is.
You mean the general idea of biscuits in general,
waiting for
or?
them there. So it won't be a complete surprise that there's someone there. It just might be a bit of a surprise quite how many players Happy Wave is about to see.
Oh.
He's the only player elsewhere, down to 1 HP already, so I have to be a bit more careful. But you can see they have switched up where they are defending this spike from, or pushing all the way around. It hasn't mattered though. The swarm that is PaperX has given them an advantage.
Oh, nice.
And Device is going to start defusing. He's just going to stick behind the wall. They need to run back around over the top. They need to go, and it seems like they are not going to be able to deal with anything.
Why is the UI come up in 1v1? The UI buff time, man.
And I think Devi even stopped for a second. He was like, okay, someone's going to jump on this wall. And then they didn't.
The UI didn't account for someone defusing whilst in the 1v1.
It's a nasty little strategy.
They shouldn't be switching to the 1v1 UI when someone's defusing the spike.
I can see it from Forsaken's perspective. It could have been exploited on the wraparound as well, so no surprise that he was a little bit
Look at that,
worried.
man.
In the end, Rorga surviving on 1 HP, but it doesn't make a difference. It is 1-0 start for PaperX. And we want to see XLG on the board early because we saw it in the last one. PaperX slow to start. We even heard it in the comms. They called it. Let's start slow, and then we get them. Paraphrasing.
Yeah, you can't start a train at full speed. That's not how it works.
That is true. Got to pick it up.
Nice time.
They only had to dock into the station, speak with the conductor Alex one time, then it was plain sailing.
I love watching something because, like, you would see him play an agent that you think is like, okay, supportive util lineup, and then he's playing contact with a sniper rifle at B-main. It doesn't necessarily add up. I also love the fact that we've seen.
What am I drinking? Squash. And so in the UK, a lot of us drink like a concentrated juice that you add water to.
Any weaponry drop would be nice, and hey.
But anywhere else in the world I've had what the equivalent is of what we call squash is not very nice, honestly.
Good selection though from something.
Will be retrievable, but at a heavy cost indeed. Round goes Jing, he's down to 15.
I might go to Paris, I'm not sure.
Fuck me, man. 2-0 start for Paper. 4 players alive. Big weapons still carry through, and it's a strong start. But this round is really where we get the litmus test. A good sign early on, though, is
I think I will, like, the content team,
we said, as he said as well, he's someone who comes
like,
in here.
basically I offered to Alex that, like, I'm happy to join if, like, they want me to join. Like, I'm not offended if they don't. Like, I'm still gonna help them either way. But then also, like, the content team said that they might be cool with me going. So I might go. Either way. But I'm not sure yet.
You're trying to replace me, Thomas. It's like Baby Bay. It's all right. I'm ready to play.
Okay.
Me against him.
Your Phoenix might be better than his. We'll have to
If I go with the content team, I think they are taking the Eurostar, I think. So I might just go take the Eurostar. My friend said it's easy from where I live because I can just take the train up to London and then
Dimensional Drift only 1 away as well.
Across.
Could be powerful in that post pump, but it is a wide net currently being thrown out by XLG. And well,
that was a hell of a shot.
Mentioned that he had a weaker gun. It didn't stop him taking a fairly aggressive angle.
45 on the clock, fairly committed from XLG. They got to go towards this site. Jing to deal with to start. Great stun, but he gets out of there thanks to the blast packs. Well placement. 35 now. XLG got to pick up the pace. Wrapping around, but
I mean, there is 4 people here. Sage Loaf. Got wall? Oh, he's walled up on the box.
5 seconds, and they call for the rotate. It's the right
It's a good
call.
rotate.
They've dragged all these players over. And they'll make their way across mid with that smoke with ease. This should be a plant, but I'm always wary of PaperX's ability to be disruptive.
This is the kind of shit that I guess didn't really appear in Sideshow's video. It's like what happens when a team just doesn't all in on the spot. I guess he implied it with like the you have to rotate elsewhere, like if you continue going after the kill. So I guess he did actually touch on it.
And now even with no man in the spawn, just waiting to try and catch them as they fall out. The fact is though, PaperX, all of these guns are going to be upgraded in the next round anyway.
Everybody's been telling me bad things about the airport. There's no way Paris airport's worse than Berlin airport. Or any German airport. I'm sorry to sound xenophobic, but the Germans aren't very good at being nice in those environments.
Rifle picked up for Devi as well. Good chance to make these exits very costly. He will close in towards this spawn. I don't think Jing has any chance of. Oh, actually, he might have a chance to have an impact. He goes back to mid.
Like you know when someone's so rude to you that you feel like a piece of shit. Like that's how I feel like when I'm in Germany. Like
that's exactly as clean as it needed
in
to be.
hotels sometimes and in airports.
Like, you're always going to see these sort of timing fights looking to be utilized by the side of PaperX. It gets them a lot of early information. I like the fact that with 20 seconds left, they were willing to sort of gamble on that rotation, not fearful that they'll be caught somewhere else. Even still, though, it's going to be an immediate purchase back up from the side of PaperX. And I'm kind of looking at Braga here. He's going to immediately utilize that Dimensional Drift. Bear in mind, the only weapon he has is the Shorty.
Perfect perfect for this ultimate. One
Oh,
flash left. Oh,
interesting.
he's come out without one. Moving around through the smokes, but the wraparound for Patman.
That's so interesting.
Quick on his feet. He'll take Rarga down. Now it's Rifles, though, that they will be up against. The trick play hasn't worked. Devi's dead. Dead to right. It's even a headshot from Nomad to lock it in. But still, a 2 versus 4. Can't even get the 3 out before Patman
2 versus 4.
So far, Happy Way failing to take down Jing. Now that's the information. The element of
Just
surprise
why?
gone for his position.
Like, why?
Super late from
Like, this
Forsaken.
flank should...
It's going to cause issues, but Viva seemed aware of it. The timing, though,
Thank you.
he corrects in time, but he can't quite land the shot.
There's been a lot of moments, especially with how low some of these players are, where there's a chance, but it seems like PRX are ready and raring to go on this defensive half. A third already picked up, and I have to say that the orb placement coming out from Patman there in the early stages of that round was just wonderful. Like you see this attempt to play into the back of the site, and he's just denied all of it, just keeping hold of that control.
Yeah, it's the fact that he's able to walk into spawn to be safe and then back out with his smoke, right? It's so much value delivered as a result of that. I'm not sure what's being said there. I love these guys. The energy on the stage is different, and 3-1 up. Energy will only increase as these rounds keep going their way, but PRX, deep play, caught by the stun, caught by the paranoia. Jing stuck in the corner, and they know it, but in goes Devi, happy to help out his buddy, set him up for success. Forsaken's found one elsewhere, but Jing
no man,
way,
just
will be dropped by
PRX,
Nomad.
PRX,
We're back
man.
to a 3v3. Spike still secure for XLG, and this map, it doesn't get any smaller. The less players to defend it, this should be an advantage for the attacking side.
Yeah, it feels like the first 15 to 20 seconds of the round lead to those early battles, and then there's a break in the action. I do feel like XLG throughout this matchup so far have actually done quite well to deny a lot of these plays from PRX. I think it was even Nomad just having a reactive stun immediately to try and slow that push. Now with 50 seconds left, early rotation available for Forsaken up top, but he has been dealt with immediately. Nomad doing well on this Neon.
Spike planted.
Spike will now be planted.
They know players on side are stuck there. Snakebite stops them from falling back and stops Happy Way from helping out, but now it's faded. Happy Way on the angle, looking for the fight, finding it, and Nomad tripling up. That's what we needed to see. XLG won't let PRX run away with this as they push up to 2.
Yeah, I was definitely a
Just-
little bit
you just
skeptical
brought a
of Nomad
knife
going
to an
onto the
airport?
Neon. I think definitely a role that he has played quite a bit in terms of that individual brilliance. I think we saw some of the skill in the last map, but as said, even some of the reactive stuns he's putting out, willing to sort of take a bit of a gamble, take a risk
that
versus
kill
these players. The
changed
timing was
everything.
then in his favor, but even just winning, some of the fights that maybe he necessarily shouldn't. Not even flexing while he does it. 3-2. The economy of PRX has
Stolen
taken a hit.
valor,
Pistol
man.
for something, although at times
Stolen valor.
it doesn't even feel like a detriment.
How do I tweet about this? Do I get one of those viral YouTube stolen valor viral videos and then just Photoshop in the clip of No Man with the stolen valor as the video?
XLG, ulti's available.
I think that's the format.
That rotates from Coconut, the information. You have a Hunter's Fury soon. Deep play from No Man. No old pop.
But it does feel bad to isolate No Man when a bunch of noobs have done it.
Rarga, good to trade that back. Now they've sensed the weakness, blood in the water, but Forsaken still standing strong. Team fight from No Man, though, has managed to pull this back to a 3v3, and with the old pop, he's got a tough fight up against Jing, and he won't win it.
Jason.
With Forsaken going down, the numbers
Jing repeats as well. Just mental.
The 1v1 that leaves the Sovas on either side. Bit of a risky position.
Why did Fever do that?
That's something is going to get away with it. It was kind of as easy as that 1v1 could have gone, but that was, I felt like that. I always talk about an observer's nightmare as a round where there's just a million pieces of utility. I feel like that was it. It was just one kill, but all on different points of the map, like timing to catch out Patman, the drop down.
Stolen Valor compilation.
Stolen Valor winning the battle versus a slightly shaky No Man, and then coming
Is my YouTube stream working, by the way? I presume it is. People keep saying on Twitter that I need to stream on YouTube, but I think I do, don't I?
investment here for either side. In fact, both teams are
Yeah, I'm
on
live
the
on
brink.
YouTube.
It's only
Hello,
something
YouTube.
that has a few extra
Apologies
credits
for
in
not.
there. So a winner of this round, it could be worth a double.
This is going to be so punchy.
The gay baiting is going way too far. The first comment I read.
They want to play this one fast. You can already see No Man taking space. Paranoia burned by PRX.
Mini, your mic volume is okay, but the game volume is low.
Swinging, won't find much, and TP from Coconut. He's deep in their spawn. They are making so much pressure towards this A site. Forsaken, he doesn't crumble under that pressure to start, but finally, he will come crashing down. A 4 versus 3. Res possible for PRX, but the positions of those bodies, it doesn't make it look very likely. Happyway's got beautiful
I think.
timing, but
Okay.
the shots don't land.
I won't say.
Luckily, Rarga's there, picking up the
say.
pieces and leaving something alone and trapped in with the enemy. He can't even get out till that wall fades, and he will be cut down to size before that happens. Great round from Happyway after a little shaky of a start.
Yeah, like he gets the job done, but I think also the hesitation there is that he realizes how much value his position holds. He goes swinging wide, guys. They can potentially be isolated on the site. Instead, him staying alive is much more of a burden than even the individual kill that he could have got instead. And it's sort of the Happyway I wanted to see. Like, yeah, sure, still maybe a few jitters here and there, but the guy is always good at having those backstabs, always good at sort of having those multi-frag rounds. And I like the change of pace from XLG. I said so far. I feel
Top
like
10 stolen valor
they
moments.
called a decent game. Like, it didn't look like they were getting outclassed.
That's what it'll be.
There is, right? PRX on that A side hold, not only do they have numbers, but they have the wall behind them, so they're not even worried about a mid flank coming through. Everybody is focused on that choke point, and Coconut being able to go into the spawn makes that much more difficult to do. The guys on site can't just swing out wide and hold the short fight. They can't just look for the elbow duel.
So in America, like,
and you have all
people wear military uniforms sometimes because they're weird, and then they have all the badges on, and there's these people who pretend to be military people with the jacket and badges, and then people get very angry about it and say they stolen valor and start questioning why they're wearing the military uniform and stuff because they think they're not, you know.
Has been able to take that first fight. Now
So I'm basically the American, the English nerd equivalent of that. Getting annoyed that they're using gun buddies that they shouldn't be using.
He does have the showstopper available. Probably won't want to use it immediately, but no, never mind. He's going to go straight in, and the steps were faked out. That was Rarga's utility that has baited the ultimate, but now they go back towards something. Are they going to check the box?
No, he whiffed.
Not quite connecting. Divine now the next man up, and Happyway just thriving. The Dane just seemingly
all of the
out of the round. And what could have been incredibly costly ends up with still 4 players standing.
Great correction from the previous map where PRX were finding so much value with these weaker weapons.
I'm not falling that for GG.
GG. Well, he didn't have that much of a weaker weapon.
You try that again. That's a yellow card. You can't be trying that on me. That's a yellow card. One more of those. One more of those. There'll be trouble.
Found one for free. It could be an ace, but the problem is you've got Viva deep playing with that Hunter's Fury, and Forsaken now only has that ult to deal with. He now knows where his opponent is, but the Hunter's Fury surely decides the fate of this round. It's already activated. It might seem early, but the time on the clock is already so low. Forsaken goes in, pops it, goes for the stick. He might have time. It's going to be desperately close. The spam coming in from Viva doesn't get there in time. But it's a 0.02-second difference. Blink and you miss it, but that margin of error swings in XLG's favor.
You know earlier where I said it might take a while to beat that 1v4? We almost just had it beaten, and it was 0.02 that made it not. That's absurd.
I can feel myself swallowing my own words.
But I'll be honest with you. You doubting Forsaken in this clutch, I'm a little bit disappointed.
They have Hunter's Fury post plant in a 3v1. Yeah. Like planted ages ago.
But Forsaken.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'd like to argue with you, but what we just saw means my point's invalid.
Oh, that was so desperately close.
0.0, that's ridiculous.
Wow.
Nice shot.
You can see the confidence right back in. Aggressive start, but this is what I'm saying. XLG have always been doing well to recover any of those early advantages that PRX are able to gain. Jing. Could be expecting to be challenged. He's going to spot nothing outside the A site, and because of that, it's allowed for an immediate rotation for Forsaken to get back into B. they have definitely been read. And in fact, Jing can now just lock them in.
Smoke up, it's decently deep, but that drone, oh, it didn't see him. He's gotten inside the smoke, Forsaken. Oh, it's beautiful from PRX, which is wrapping around the other side. That slipped through the smoke.
Outfit's not homeless.
It's been a problem. A couple of times you've seen that finesse from PRX and being quick on their feet, able to get especially smokes, poison.
That's a hell of an outfit. It's got the VX with the Birkenstocks, full North Face jacket on. So it's a contrast of styles.
Still those moments, Jing still performing to a high level.
This one, it's not looking great, is it?
No.
Four Sheriffs, an attack side Bucky. It makes a bit more sense when it's on the Neon. Slide in, get real close.
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty.
I don't know what that one means, GG.
Gameplay. We'll see if No Man has it in the locker. It might not matter. Already one going to his teammate, and there you go. That's a Bucky onto Jing. This fast-paced 1-2 punch of the duelists have not only
I'm the white in the jersey.
also got them in.
I don't want to get it sweaty.
With that weaponry. And the
it's also like
okay, sure, you had yourself
you sweat in these jerseys as well.
Fury might now be able to cause some damage. No Man gone.
It's a bit annoying watching anti-eco, isn't it?
Being sent through. Raga just immediate on the headshot.
Not hit by the drone either. He sticks around. Divido, the one to punish him. The res available. There's a player that can be res. There it is. Patman's brought back. Even numbers. And it gets Coconut curious. He swings out looking for the duel, but now they'll go pushing into him. Viva down, and it's Happy Way against Turbo. But he's brought it to the 1v1. 6 HP. A headshot needed, but it's Divide jumping with the shorty to close this one out around that shorty.
No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what Mike Oxmo is.
They will just about get it.
If they
I'm starting to doubt myself there.
If they lost 2 rounds to time with that close, that would have been madness. But unfortunately,
is that Fast and Furious?
The only man falling down in this case was Happy Way. Nice shot from Raga. In fact, an excellent round.
Bro, you think that I watch Fast and Furious?
This one competitive. I feel like No Man actually walked further into that shock dart rather than away.
He did get me.
You understand the panic.
I mean, I spent the entire time saying that you've not got me, and then someone says you don't know who that is. I still don't understand the joke, to be honest with you.
Well, he has just watched the spike go off at 0.02. Yeah. So you
Mike is like my.
Nervous, but not quite as close.
Oh, Mike Oxmo. But no one. That's not how that name works.
Here on
you can't even.
Side. That's their first one used, and indeed the first one of this map. It has been a pacey set of rounds. I've liked, as you've said, the direct approach. Even here,
Mike
they had Sheriffs, they had a Bucky. We started out.
But it's Oxmo. It's not Coxmo. It doesn't really work.
I think that's what. Whenever I see a team that can only like dive or only do executes, I'm like, okay, this is an average team with maybe great coaching staff, but it feels like a lot of the sort of
like the other one actually works. The what's the other one he did? I'm not gonna say the other one because it's way worse, but the other one he did was actually okay. Like if you said that, it would sound like it. Dildo, yeah, that one works.
I think most people will have a lot of faith in the attack side of PRX to be able to close this one out.
Well, touching base as well before we get back into the round, just on Happy Way, someone you highlighted as he had a tough, and the desk highlighted, had a tough map previously, and look at him now, 11-7. He's been there on this attack side in the previous round, almost ended up winning it out on time in the 1v3.
Oh.
Well, Raga's going to wait for his teammates to break that wall open. It's going to limit how far he can get. He can barely make it to the backside. Instead, he's going to tuck in default. Hunter's Fury coming through.
Oh no, he went for the wall. He went for the Yoru ult there.
It didn't really allow for much space to get back in either from the side of PRX.
He's used a lot of util.
Move as a unit. Patman does have ult, but
why didn't Pat ult this round?
Unless they really need this space, it's going to be tough. The Vigo's a little bit ahead. They were still setting up utility on the remaining players, and No Man has been able to take that close contact and put them into spot, and especially with Forsaken coming in on this flank.
If they just showed in CT there with Jason's flank, this round was over.
Nobody's looking in this direction. If this smoke fades, he might just have himself at least one freebie, but he's looking for more.
It's beautiful. That is That's beautiful. That should have been player of the game, or whatever it was. That was genuinely beautiful.
On the board for PaperX.
Shrouding his steps to great effect. He made it past that trap. As you said, camera placed deep on the site. They're worried about the retake from Market. They're worried about early contact for the player over on that box and backside. And instead, he smokes main, so they...
That is almost like when they released the new skin, and then the fucking the person in the trailer always gets like the fucking sickest 4K.
Was forsaken for XLG. The timeout making no difference. And 1 round left to play with. For XLG, 7-5 still possible. We'll move to the defense where we've had our questions. The answer's not far away, but will they be a pistol round away from correcting the scoreline or trailing by 4?
This is where the last round really could give them a little bit of wiggle room. Well, we've said that it's been a closer affair than maybe expected, but if it ends 2-0, ends 2-0. They'll still be yet to win a map at a VCT international event.
Pardon me.
After how close the first one seemed, they might feel a little
Why is
bit
Pat ulting, man?
That,
Pat, you're a Viper. You're gonna ult on contact?
You can see some of the vulnerabilities, and more worryingly, it's that showstopper Viper's Pit on the other side. Like, there's so much to play with in this.
As soon as he break, he ults, right?
Oh, the showstopper! It's found 3! Jing! That's unbelievable! XLG put it all into this, a round that can correct the wrongs of this half, but that has come falling apart. An explosive entrance into B main from Jing. An 8-4 locked in PaperX, doubling the score of their opponents in that first half.
They're just absolute insanity. Like, it just came down to a lot of those contact plays and Jing managing to get it done. Nonetheless, it's a pretty big recovery. We'll see if XLG can turn it going into the second half.
Hey Sparkus. Sage value showing. Yeah, Sage is just way better than Cypher, man. I think Sage is just... Sage is good.
Welcome back, folks. The halftime concluded, and it's time to get back into the game as we look at the Coinbase Econ report for our first half. And, well, it has to be said, PaperX, they should be leading in terms of the stats, 8-4 up.
Yeah, for sure. It's been one of those games where there's been a lot of crazy things, and a lot of it happened.
the last econ report thing for Coinbase was so bad that they had to change it. And still that one, I'm still a bit confused, I'm not gonna lie.
With almost what was an ace for Forsaken, he then decided, okay, I'm just gonna stick to the 4Ks for today, come back behind and eliminate the whole opposing team in a retake. And then the next round, Jing decided to get 3 with a showstopper at the very beginning of it and end it before
This
it
is
even
interesting.
began.
Someone
XLG,
tweeted
this now comes down
they
to
worked on the
player
last
resilience.
shot thing.
Can you turn the tide. And I'll be honest,
It's like all the
I think it starts with a
animations that didn't make it.
Very much so. A loss
Give them
here
a follow.
send PRX
kinda cool.
skyrocketing into the lead. A 9-4, probably 10 on the board. And then they're already on the home stretch while XLG trail clamor their way back into the game or attempt to. I like this early play. Similar to what PRX did.
Oh, PRX going B with the Sage? Who could have fucking guessed?
Towards A, but it's pressure on Happyway. He can't overextend and go down. Just falls back. Looks to punish
Oh, the Sage wall was different than they used to do. Oh, Viper Orb post.
PRX look like they want to play aggressive.
Well, this is where the wall causes issues. You're
Oh,
going to
no
block off
Senti.
one avenue and then try and pressure the other. The only thing they really need to worry about is the flank.
Guys, come on. You can't, like, can we do a reverse of play of the game and do the worst play of the game? Because that was the worst play of the game.
Forsaken, not in the best of positions to try and deny this, but that time is already ticking. Only somebody just getting onto the spike. They need to try and wrap back around, and that's exactly
Oh god, and then he just wins anyway.
in this match. This man
I think I would have preferred if we lost that round, so that they can, like, it's nicer to lose rounds you should lose, so that like the memory's ingrained into their soul. You know what I mean? We don't have a Sentinel. We cannot let the flank happen. But no, we win anyway.
That space was clear. They get caught off guard. Oh, it's just so nasty.
All I'm going to say is he's already got a bracelet on one arm. I think he's looking for a bracelet on the other. If he keeps this sort of performance up the entire tournament, I think he's going to be dual wielding by the end.
That's
Man
fine.
knows how to put up MVP performances. And well, map number 1. He
4
always
now
said that
pistols, I
he
think,
never played
so.
with Brimmy. He started playing the Brimmy and it didn't look fantastic, but stick the man on
Is
an
Ara
island.
playing or not? I don't know, and I won't be here for the next one. I'm not gonna. I'll be VOD reviewing the like the Sen GX game, isn't it? I'll be VOD reviewing that tomorrow, so I won't be watching that one live.
The attack half. And when they have shown strength on this map, that's where it's been.
I only stream
Solid
PRX
victories on that
games.
side versus Sentinels, Fnatic, T1 more recently. And it was a defensive side defeat when they struggled versus Zeta. Everything is set for them to now take this map.
What's a good stack from XLG?
Have you asked Alex to stay cool on the stage? No, of course not.
The other on the
I like this.
where this hit's coming through. A lot of players from PRX though covering this plant. They've got numbers even after the barrels run or the mags run dry. Something with a nice shot over the wall, and it looks like a lot of the danger already dealt with. No man.
They did okay damage.
Really the story
Yeah, I like this wall. This wall is really nice because you can do it from main, right? So the new Sage allows you to do it from main. It's kind of cool. It's like it's a cheesy anti-eco kind of vibe to me, though. I don't know if it's much better than that. The only thing I can think of is.
Yeah. Well, that was the investment of the last round. It was mostly into.
I think there's some cool shit you could do with this. Actually, I'm not gonna say. I think there is some cool shit you could do with
A lot of
this.
the time when it comes to Sage, like there's been critique a lot through history of this age, but one thing it gives you, especially on a map like this with a lot of
Thank you,
different
Ahmed.
elevations, is sometimes you don't know the angles you're covered or not, and that's about as free as a kill as you're ever gonna get.
You can wall off a link from short now.
With the Sage, okay, a very
A-Link.
aggressive early start to the round, but it is no man.
Oh, you mean like you can wall off this from down here?
Strong again.
Well, yeah, it's Snowman and Jing both trying to get that early contest for this corner. And even with the Boombot backing him up, Jing can't get it done. Forsaken, I think, heard that cam activate. Certainly now did. He knows it's there. He's calling for it. And we see the pings that he wants to walk on through. Has to catch a timing. Even with that smoke, a TP will be heard. He'll be seen walking through.
That's a nice shot from Nomad.
Shot by Nomad yet again, delivering. As he looks up at the cam. That's a wonderful punish. What is going on with something here? And a swing from Nomad that gets punished. Something's got three. And I think Devi is about to go
Help!
down. He's
Help!
trapped in the corner
Help!
with a sliver of HP. But in comes his old buddy. Something
Oh, something's just killed everyone.
for this
Can we get a replay on that? I guess.
from something. An XLG from 1 foot in the grave to buried deep behind round after round of PRX success.
I need to see the POV on the first 2 kills, because I feel like there were 2 players in elbow, and I don't really understand how he's walked out of it alive. Oh, they're just isolated. Okay, fair enough. He gets 2 bites of the cherry. It's incredibly clean, though. An absolute headshot machine throughout the round, and I don't even know if he reloaded in the middle of all of that. It was always going to be one of them, you felt like, to take the first ace of the tournament, and something will be there. Mentioned maybe Forsaken looking for another bracelet. Maybe he's looking for one that goes with his keyboard.
They'll have to be in gold. 11-4. And a timeout for XLG. Oh.
At these last few rounds, it hasn't even felt like the round 14. You're talking about you're on E. Round 13, you probably should have won, but Forsaken clutches it out.
Yep.
Round 15, you probably should have won, but
So he's got merch.
you get aced.
Sorry,
Like,
looking on Twitch.
Don't let
merch.
4K. Don't let something get an ace, and we're good. And that's the thing, I feel
It's
like
crazy that you retired as a coach in 2020. Or was it 2021?
I'm not typing exclamation mark merch in his chat.
Oh, okay. Maybe when Alliance
He
come
pinned
back,
it.
you'll get another job.
I think that's the only way. Well, I'm happy where I'm at for now.
He's so bad at
Put it that
promoting
way.
stuff, isn't
Better
he?
suited, hopefully. But for PRX, 11 rounds on the board. XLG in a position where this is really a rock and a hard place. Do you fully invest now? Do you wait?
He's
You're
not
gonna come in
good
with
at
2
promoting
Guardians,
stuff, is he?
mostly keeping some credits for the next. Nice
Oh,
opening
it's
from
Andy
Divine.
Warhol
And
slug.
It should be a relatively easy round. That was one of the Guardians that he took down, though.
He doesn't even know it's Andy Warhol.
Full blinded up. Patman still looked like he was close to taking that kill.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty upgrade for No Man as well.
Established 1989. That is a long time ago, to be fair. So it does kind of work for the established
Putting him in a
thing.
good spot. Bear in mind, the spike plant here for Divide would get him his ultimate online and likely bring back
I do like the pop-out
someone who's
spike
been
though, that's cool.
terrifying if it even gets to that point, because they've already got an advantage.
Yeah, worth putting it in, obviously, in this position. If something can fade back, this is where you'll see your Sova play in main. Most of the time, Hunter's Fury for post plan, but no, they want to fight. Of course they do. This is PRX.
I wonder how long it takes to deliver.
What's going on? Is that fight? Divide closes it out. That came down to a 1v1. They needed a 3K and a res to get it across the line, but you know what? A round's a round. 12-4 now for PRX.
There's so much I hate about this round.
That was
like, it was just like, at this point, you can feel like they are just vibing with how aggressive they're being. TP into the site with basically nothing alongside it. A complete and utter whiff, running into a smoke in between a wall, so there's only the tiniest of angles. And yeah, that is a
Sorry, I did not pay
smile like
attention to
ever
that
I've seen
round.
one.
Like 2 rounds ago.
Yeah.
Well, here's
and
the
it's popped for Hunter's Fury immediately.
It's an early one, and it's Forsaken going deep on the back of the Chaos. Viva, good for the trade, and No Man doing the same. Numbers light on the
What's
A
going on?
No Man's the last point
Thank
of
you, Harold.
defense, so
Oh
he'll
no,
fall back.
I'm on Slicky's. I'm on Slicky's Twitch chat, reading out his subs.
Went back to take that kill and spawn, drones out mid, clears it, and they're comfortable now that there's no more pressure on A with that deep control coming in from No Man. There's nothing on mid. They weren't looking, they weren't walkabouts. So the B sites where the hit should be coming through.
Yeah, the
They'll
coach
keep it
potato
2-2.
stuff we're not very good at.
Happy Way and
We
Coconut.
both know
They're
that
the ones that have a chance to keep their team in it
our
here and
promotions of stuff is very bad.
Cage immediately used.
Oh, it's so bad.
Going through all of this.
But I know what we need to do.
Feels like a little bit of a risk. Paranoia even being
But
thrown through as well. So they
I've
can
not
notice there's
just
a couple of
I
players
can't be
here at
bothered.
least.
It takes a lot of effort to do like YouTube videos and
See
stuff.
PRX still opt to actually
But all I'm
execute
saying
this
is like
direction. They're
there's
throwing
at least
bombs,
minimal
but
effort for the
both play
Patreon.
bombs.
But he's not even tweeted the merch.
Now we're limited on options. We gotta go, but the spams through the smoke. They'll take down Divine and the choke point. The shock dart's fantastic, and the swings are even better. XLG with a round win, still trailing by 7.
What we needed to do for Patreon is make more YouTube content, and then have it as have a YouTube channel. Use the Patreon as an extension of the YouTube channel, and we needed to change our Patreon content to be more ranked friendly, as well as Premier. We need like a Premier tier and like a ranked tier. The problem is that I'm a busy boy, and I can't be bothered to do everything. Like, can't be bothered to be like streamer, coach, talent,
element to it.
Extraordinaire.
Well, weak buy, but
As well as
potentially a
Patreon
much
marketing
faster one.
genius.
I like the kill trips though.
Great trip positioning indeed. It's a little
Never
bit
mind.
unexpected. Jing hits
So
it.
it's the fadeaway.
Down and out. Jing revealed in the corner, but he's got backup now as they start to float back out. No man looking for market control as a deep late play from Patman. Will it be attempted? But there might not be anyone left to flank. Jing's already got 3.
He's still going.
Coconut's being watched on
Like
the
my
ground.
next
Jing
focus should
looks
be
for his
doing my
fourth. He
own
won't
YouTube
find it,
content,
but
really.
they'll clean
Not
up anyways. 13 to 5. 2.
I think my own brand. I need to figure out a bit more. Like I should like if I'm gonna, it depends what I want to do, but like if I did want to become an analyst full time, I need to be like the analyst, you know what I mean? Like I would need to like do a lot more YouTube content.
And in map number 1, seeing both Jing and something still performing to that degree. I will say though, I feel like there are silver linings for XLG. Map number 1 especially, I think they definitely look like they could compete, but for a couple of clutches here and there, and who knows, I think going into that lower bracket match, there's going to be more opportunities, because not everybody plays as manic and as crazy as a PRX does. Nonetheless, it is the expected result. Well, one of our top-seeded teams coming into the tournament, 2-0 victory, and, well, I don't think anybody will want to match up against how they're currently playing, especially some of the stuff Forsaken is doing in the clutches.
Yeah, we saw signs of life, sparks of hope from XLG, but it is PRX coming in as the favorites and playing like it, especially on map number 2. They were a little slower to start in the first, but they found their rhythm by the end. And I like that they played against a team who was willing to, at times, match them on their own playstyle. They mixed it up. They didn't make this easy, but we saw just how deep the bench of individual skill goes on this PRX roster.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen almost everything. Multi-kill with a showstopper. We've seen an ace. We've seen a 1v4 clutch. Like, it's been an enjoyable series. I think most would have come in and expected that this would just be bullying, a bit like map number 2, but I think the XOG have shown they can probably do some damage though.
Des PRX pour une interview, something. Come here, come here. I need to speak to you about this first win in Paris. So first of all, bravo, congratulations. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, this was the first match, but we already see such a high level from you guys. You guys were shooting, but there were 2. So who impressed you, let's say, in the XLG team?
For me, the most impressed player, obviously, it's Frarga, because he is my close friend. So, yeah, and overall, we start slow on bind, and I guess it's just like bound to happen because we came from Korea, jet lag and stuff. I mean, overall, it's nice to win the first game.
Yeah, we could see that definitely. Donc finalement, qui t'a impressionné chez XLG? C'était le premier match, mais on a cliqué des deux côtés. Et ben j'ai envie de dire Arga, c'est un pote à moi, j'étais trop content de l'affronter. On était un peu slow sur bind, on avait un peu le temps de prendre le rythme, on est aussi un peu jet-lagué par rapport à la Corée. Mais voilà, toujours très content de gagner forcément. And I'm speaking to a champion here, you know, an AIM champion, MVP from Stage 2 with that gold keyboard, winning Toronto and stuff. So I wanted to know, like, do you keep on setting like such high standards individually on yourself, or does it matter less, you know, to carry when you have such a great team?
I mean, I don't really think we have pressure after we won Toronto in stage, just because like we also understand another team scared of us because we are playing well and our form is great, especially after stage. We show it, and then yeah, there is no much pressure.
Pas de pression. Du coup, la question, c'est est-ce que tu continues de te mettre un peu la pression individuellement? Est-ce que tu sens que tu as besoin de carry avec cette équipe, ou à l'inverse, c'est plutôt le team play qui prime et bah il dit, moi la pression, je m'en fiche un petit peu, on gère ça, on est en équipe, les gens commencent à avoir peur de nous et c'est ça qui est le plus important. Thank you so much, Ilya, for your time. I wish you the best of luck for the next match. On souhaite bonne chance à Ilya pour son prochain match. And we're gonna discover in a few minutes who's gonna win between Sentinels and GX. Stay tuned.
Hey, we're done. We're done. Got some work to do.
We're like alternate. I kill one, you kill one, bro. I kill one, I heal you, bro. RTK! No man, stand up. Good, minus 60. I'm racing, I'm healing, killing.
I'm gonna rate Siggy, even though there's a, you know, because I'm gonna flame it in chat a little bit.
Now that I'm a mom, things are different. Verizon's different.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll do some VOD review in the morning of the Sen G2 game. Sen GX game, sorry. Thanks for joining.
The human body was built.
Where did I feel like the raid doesn't work ever. Are you guys gone? The raid is always weird.